Kentucky sports animal.
Thanks for being with us here on Josh and Swain. Hope you're having a great Thursday afternoon. Tennessee handling business has to make fans feel a little bit better there, Swain.
A Tennessee 3. That's all we heard, man, at the beginning of the game. That was fun.
Yeah, they came out on fire.
Josiah doing his thing. Picked up some fouls, so that impacted his flow a little bit. But great finish around the rim. Great pass by Carr. Z, another game where he has controlled the game, which I don't understand why Dick Vitale does not have Zakai Ziegler, one of his best 6-point guards in the country. But maybe that's a conversation for a later time. But Z was great. Again, Dalton Connect, a quiet, weird 27 points. The reason why I think it was different and quiet, because Tennessee didn't need Dalton Connect to win the game. They didn't need him to get them out of an offensive rut. The game wasn't close. So you didn't have those eyeballs on Dalton Connect when the game was tied late in the first half or late in the second half, like we've seen in previous games, especially the Georgia game, where he goes on a heater. Vanderbilt, he goes on a heater when the game was close. Dalton scored just like everybody else scored. So it didn't really stand out. But another 25-point-plus performance by him. It was good to see Gainey shoot the ball very, very well. I mean, he was in a groove, man. Vescovi was flying all over the place. Did not take as many shots as he could have took. Probably should have taken more, but his presence on defense, his presence as a cutter, as a screener, his experience out there, understanding spacing, diving to the other side of the floor, trying to balance the floor when they were on offense. Like, those are things that I noticed watching Santi, even though he wasn't shooting the basketball. But Z was a pest on defense. I mean, dude had like 3 or 4 steals in the first half.
He kept sneaking in there to take the ball away. They didn't see him coming.
Listening to Santiago on Vol Club Confidential, he was sharing with Austin Price that he has overheard conversations during the game with the opposing team where guys are like, I don't want to bring the ball up. I'm good. You can't let the opposing team hear that. You can't show signs of weakness like that. But that's the impact that Zakai Ziegler has on the game because of his defense, man. Like, again, I don't understand Dick Vitale, how you don't have him as a top 6-point guard. The way he impacts the game on the defensive side of the court, and then how he controls the game on offense. I know that I said maybe it's a conversation for later, but damn it, it's a conversation now. It's on my mind. I'm about to get this off my chest.
Go for it.
Dick Vitale had a top 6-point guards in the country list that came out yesterday. Tennessee played Kentucky on Saturday. He had Reed Sheppard on this list. He has Reed Sheppard on this list, freshman from Kentucky. Last time I checked, Zakai Ziegler ate Reed Sheppard's lunch on Saturday. Primetime game. ESPN had it as his feature game Saturday night. I'm watching TV last night, and they still talking about the Tennessee-Kentucky game, promoting it. I think it's a YouTube TV glitch or something. It's promoting Tennessee number 5 against Kentucky number 10. Like, that was the game. So we all watched that game. We all saw what Zakai Ziegler did to Reed Sheppard. We saw how Zakai Ziegler went for 26 points, 13 assists, 2 turnovers, and defensively was a pest. We saw that with our own 2 eyes. How is he not one of the top 6-point guards in the country? Because he is definitely the top point guard in the SEC, a league that may get 8 or 9 teams inside the SEC. How did we miss that, Dick Vitale? How did we miss it? Now, Dickie V, fan of Tennessee. Tennessee loves old Dickie V. Rick Barnes, when Dickie V was down and sick and going through his battles, Rick Barnes was right there. Prayers, sending him letters. So I'm not trying to start no mess here. I'm being respectful to my elders. Because Dickie V is college basketball. But you missed one, Dickie V. You can't have a top point guard list in the country and not have Zakai Ziegler on that list.
So I'm looking at the tweet from Dickie V when he shared it yesterday. And not every response, but the majority of responses are Tennessee fans saying, "Where's Zakai Ziegler?" There are other fans asking about their point guards as well, but majority of the responses are about Zakai from Tennessee fans.
It's okay. Hey, we all make mistakes. We're human. We all make mistakes except Joshua Ward. He doesn't make mistakes. But the rest of us, we all make mistakes. Go ahead, edit that article. It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a questionable list in a couple spots. Like R.J. Davis is not on there from North Carolina. He's averaging 21 a game.
Reed Sheppard, a point guard? I didn't even know he was a point guard. I thought he was a number 2. But because of the injury, he has been playing point guard.
Yeah, it's funny. There was one Kentucky fan saying, "Why not Dillingham?" They want to bump Sheppard for Dillingham. The position point guard and the role of handling the basketball can be two different things. But it's a peculiar list. But I do think zooming out, more people are paying attention to Zakai Ziegler and what he is doing, not just Tennessee fans. Dickie V, though, his list could probably use some editing, if we're going to be honest.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Get that list right, Dickie V. Got to fix that list. But that's all right, because a part of me is like, I'm glad you did it, Dickie V, because you know how Zakai rolls.
A little extra motivation. You're playing the motivation card.
Man, you know.
Chip on the shoulder.
This is Zakai Ziegler we're talking about, who had like two little itty-bitty offers coming out of high school. Mm-hmm. No offense to St. Peter's, but it is what it is. And came in as an undersized guard in this league. And notice, no one does a too little sign to Zakai anymore. Because the first 2 years, they were doing it to him. Oh, you too little. Not anymore, because he's taking your cookies. And he's dunking it in milk on the other side. Like, that's what he's doing. So you don't see that anymore. He gets that respect. So he has played with a chip on his shoulder his entire life. And look where he is now. So part of me is like, thank you, Dickie V. We appreciate that. Because he's going to see this list, and the next time Tennessee plays Kentucky, you want to go and look at how much Reed Sheppard had versus Tennessee. I don't know if Reed's going to get that versus Tennessee the next time if Zakai Ziegler's guarding him. He had 16 points. I don't know if he's going to get 16 if Z's on him after Z sees this list.
Zakai was on the finalist list for the Bob Cousy Award, the midseason watch list.
Don't care.
Wade Taylor of Texas A&M is on there. Hello, Saturday. They'll play twice over the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, Wade's a man now.
Sheppard is not on the list. Reed Sheppard.
Just saying. But anyways, it's one person's opinion. Obviously, he's a human. I think he missed the mark here. But I hope Zakai looks at it and takes it as a little bit of slight and use it as motivation. Because I want this team to keep that edge. Keep that edge. You got to keep it. We saw last week this team get a little comfortable, took their opponent for granted, and lost to South Carolina. So I want this team to keep that edge. I like it.
Chris in Knoxville says, no mistakes from Josh Ward, just happy accidents. In his Bob Ross voice.
Accidents. Oh, yes. I miss that afro, man. I miss Bob Ross, man. Golly. He made me want to paint. Made me want to draw. I feel like I got a little bit of artistic ability, creativity. Bob Ross was fun to watch, man.
You like the happy trees?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Love the happy trees. Love. Miss Bob Ross. But correct. Just happy accidents for Josh Ward. Never make mistakes.
So this segment featured both passionate defense of Zakai Ziegler by Jason Swain and the calming zen of Bob Ross.
Where are you going to find that?
Not too many places, if we're being honest. We'll talk more Tennessee basketball out of last night. Speaking of zen, sometimes it's required in conversations about the NCAA. We will talk more about that organization as Tennessee is in a battle with it over the next 3 hours. Andy Staples joining us today at 1:30. Don't miss that conversation with his insight based on people he's talked to, what he makes of the story as it's ongoing. We invite you to join us as well. The text box is open, so are the phone lines. You can join us either route at 865-656-9900 as we continue this afternoon on Josh and Swain.
Your station for the Tennessee Volunteers. 99.1, the sports animal. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on the sports animal.
The Lady Vols are on the road in Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama tonight. Tennessee has won 4 of its last 5 games to jump into second place in the SEC, while Alabama has won 3 in a row. Tip-off tonight is at 7 o'clock. Coverage begins at 6:30 right here on The Sports Animal. Just 2 ranked teams in action in men's college hoops tonight. Number 8, Arizona visits Utah at 8 o'clock, and number 20, Florida Atlantic takes on UAB at 9. In the NBA tonight at 7 o'clock, the Pacers host the Warriors, the Spurs visit the Magic. At 7:30, the Nets host the Cavs, the Mavericks visit the Knicks. At 8 o'clock, the Grizzlies welcome the Bulls, the Timberwolves take on the Bucks, the Suns take on the Jazz at 9, and at 10, the Lakers host the Nuggets, the Pistons meet the Trailblazers. Native Design and Hardscape is Knoxville's premier landscaping and hardscape designer. They're ready to turn your home or business outdoor space into reality. Your new outdoor space awaits. Native Design and Hardscape, making backyard dreams come true. Schedule a consultation today at nativetn.com. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about SlamDot and how SlamDot can help your business grow, how SlamDot can help you reach more customers with everything they have to offer, from the ability to design an effective website for you to then creating a digital marketing plan. An effective website is going to help customers, when they reach you, learn more about your business and then convert those opportunities with targeted ads and search engine optimization. SlamDot can make sure that people are more likely to find your business so that when they're searching for the service or product that you offer, they're more likely to connect with you. Connect with SlamDot. Call them and mention that I sent you there. Get 20% off a website package and your first 3 months of marketing. Plus, you can go through a free consultation up front. Call SlamDot at 865-238-5600. Again, 865-238-5600. And you can go online to slamdot.com/Josh.
This has been a paid announcement.
Hello, friends. This is Kevin Frazier, and it's Wham Dougal time at Frazier's Carpet One.
Frazier's, I like your style.
It's February, and everyone's fancy turns to floor covering. And just in time, Frazier's Wham Dougal sale is there to meet the need. Carpet, hardwood, luxury vinyl tile and plank, ceramic, and more. Frazier's is packed to the rafters with it all. So, it's time for our once-a-year Wham Dougal sale. Slap a jap a ding dong. If it's in stock, it's on sale. So, if you're even thinking about new floor covering, now is the time to call Frazier's at 546-4850. And we'll come to you with free in-home estimates and in-home shopping.
Frazier's.
It's a wham-doogle of a sale for the floor from the store you trust more, Frazier's Carpet One.
Unlock the life and longevity you deserve with Marble City Family Chiropractic. If you're experiencing chronic or acute pain, Marble City Family Chiropractic can help. They now offer MLS cold laser treatments, which promote cellular growth, regeneration, and healing. It's ideal for patients with arthritis, neck and back injuries, herniated discs, knee conditions, bursitis, carpal tunnel, and plantar fasciitis. The effects are long-lasting, and the treatment is painless. To schedule your appointment, call 766-2081 or visit MarbleCityChiropractic.com.
When does a party turn into a fiesta? When Salsarita's Fresh Mexican Grill is catered. It's a Mexican feast delivered, set up, delicious. Salsaritas is a must for your next business meeting or personal gathering. Slowly marinated meats, fresh veggies, and their wildly addictive chips, fresh made salsas, and no one says no to queso. Forget the boring cold sandwich boxes and spice up your next gathering with a catered taco, fajita, or nacho bar from Salsaritas. Call 865-505-TACO or order on the Salsaritas app. Salsaritas, it's better here.
Break out of those winter blues and head to your local Salsaritas Fresh Mexican Grill for lunch or dinner with friends, family, and coworkers. At Salsaritas, your meal is prepped right before your eyes. Planning a small gathering at home or just need a quick dinner idea? Pick up a Salsaritas Fiesta Pack. It's a taco dinner pack that everyone will love, including perfectly seasoned meats, toppings, wildly addictive chips, and fresh-made salsas. Order on the app and pick up on the way home. Salsaritas makes it easy to enjoy your fresh Mexican favorites. Salsaritas, it's better here.
The minute folks step into Dollywood, I want them to feel the wonder of my Smoky Mountains and to fill their hearts with all the good and beautiful things in this big old world, and to cherish all the little moments they get to be together.
Enjoy thrilling rides, award-winning entertainment, and delicious new seasonal flavors. Plan your visit at Dollywood.com.
Dollywood, love every moment.
This report is sponsored by Tire Rack. Nearly 3,000 teen drivers die in car crashes each year. Tire Rack Street Survival is designed to save lives. The one-day hands-on driving school gives teens experience in car control through exercises that include emergency braking and skid recovery. Find a class near you at TireRack.com/survive.
We'll see more clouds this afternoon, but temperatures staying warm, 61 degrees. We'll only drop to about 47 overnight. That's because we have thicker cloud cover, a few showers moving in. We're tracking scattered showers by Friday and more rain as we head into the weekend. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. In counties near or small, there's a law firm to help you through whatever is your fall. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group to guide you through your most trying times. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Is Zakai Ziegler a top 6 point guard according to the Josh Ward rankings? As I put up my rankings yesterday among the 2025 class members and ranked David Sanders number 1.
What you got, Josh?
It's a fluid
People
list.
wanna know.
Yeah, I mean, I first of all don't want to deal with the wrath of Jason Swain. I think that was a lesson for us all last segment. So, yeah, I've got Zakai. Hey, actually, here's how I would look at it. So it's a fluid ranking, of course, but Tennessee is one of the best defensive teams in the country, correct? There is no dispute there. Currently, Tennessee ranks 5th nationally in adjusted defensive efficiency. Offensively, Tennessee ranks 14th in the country. There are very few teams that are in the top 20 in both categories, offense and defense, and then even less that are in the top 15. I'll pull that up and see how many, but it's not many. Auburn is. Arizona is. That may be it. Ranking both offensively and defensively in the top 15. Well, what position matters so much there? The point guard. So Zakai Ziegler is helping lead the way for a top 15 offense and top 15 defense.
Yeah, he leads the league in assists. He is at 2 steals per game. Now, Reed Shepherd is up there leading the league with steals.
But their defense is awful.
Yeah.
Kentucky's defense is awful.
Yeah, but terrible. Zakai is leading the top 5 Tennessee Volunteers, top 6 Tennessee Volunteers. It'll be 5 in here in a couple
Number
days.
5 according to KenPom.
Yeah, it'll be
Top
5 in a couple days, according to everybody. But how do you miss Zakai Ziegler? And I don't care about where you project him to play after his collegiate days are over. I don't care about that. It's about right now, right here.
Right.
And you can't tell me he's not a top, 6-point guard in the country when you have Reed Shepherd on the list, who is not even a point guard. He hasn't been playing point guard all season long for Kentucky.
So, Swain, don't worry about Dickie V's rankings. My rankings have Zakai as the top 6 national point guard.
Oh, I'm good then.
Sure, the locker room will celebrate accordingly when that word travels.
We need about 30 from Dalton Connect against Texas A&M. I don't think he's gonna get it. A lot of respect for A&M and their defense, but
Yeah, he stunk last night, only 27.
Yeah, Dalton Connect is an NBA player, so he may get it. But
yeah,
Mark Sears, man, his 25 against Auburn has pushed him ahead for SEC leading scorer.
Oh, okay.
By 10th.
Okay.
20.3 and
long way to go in the race.
Correct.
Still Vanderbilt,
Connect is-
Missouri, and Arkansas, and Kentucky at home. That's a good time to get some buckets. Maybe senior day. Dalton says, "Hey, Josiah, Santi, appreciate all you've done." He actually had a senior day last year too. I'm going to need to get mine this time against Kentucky because buckets are to be had against the Wildcats. They rank 101st nationally.
Plenty buckets.
In defense, 101st. So we'll talk more Tennessee basketball, Zakai Ziegler, and everything that they did last night against LSU. Turnaround. I told you it was an important game last night, Swain, and I'll say it again. Saturday, Texas A&M, important as well. Another important discussion that's happening is college athletics as a whole, college football especially, and name, image, likeness. Did you see the exchange that was shared by Tulsa football coach Kevin Wilson, former offensive coordinator at Ohio State, former head coach at Indiana? He read it off. He shared a text exchange at a press conference. Yesterday was signing day. He shared an exchange with a prospect for the media. Listen to this back and forth that Kevin Wilson, head coach at Tulsa, shared with the media.
So here's a great text message right here. Typical in first questions is, what do you get? I go, you'll get nothing like it. That's what they said, and that's what they told Spalding, right? From a guy saying, hey, coach, just asking, about money. I'm not a money-hungry person, don't need a ton of money, but this is a transfer. I've been getting about $6 to $7K a month. I got 3 dogs and a girlfriend, so what do you think I'll get there? And I said, the first thing you need to do is drop the dogs, and I'm not sure about the girl. I go, we'll explain our incentive-based plan that we use is based on academic success, not allocating any NIL funds. We're starting that now. We'll have a clear direction if and when we get anything. But I have not and will not promise anything until I know for sure what I got. I'll disclose you on a visit how we do our academic-based plan. And that's how we recruited.
Kevin Wilson. So a prospect asking what he can get as a transfer option. So you may be confused. Schools are allowed to offer academic-based financial bonuses. So that's been in place for several years now. So Tulsa, it sounds like, is on the list of schools that do that. I don't think every school does, but Tulsa does, it appears. But prospect asking about NIL, 3 dogs and a girlfriend. Why is that supposed to matter to the coach? But that's the exchange Kevin Wilson said that he had with a player.
A couple things stand out to me. Number one, this is a conversation done over text messages. That's where we are with how we communicate. I mean, we're talking a business conversation, a financial conversation, and they're doing it over text messages. I just think that's worth mentioning. Number two, son, You think the coach cares about your girlfriend? Think about all the coaches that have recruited players from high school, and the players had a little girlfriend, and the player told the coach, "Yeah, man, I'm planning on, getting married or staying in this long distance relationship." And the coach is like, heard that one before. Okay. Or times that the recruit tried to get the girlfriend into the school that they're going to. So the coaches have heard this 1,000 times over. He should have said fiance. That would have carried a little bit more weight. Number two. Number three, 3 dogs.
That's what I thought. 3 dogs.
3? You know how hard it is to have 1 dog as a student athlete?
Yeah, I was confused.
Like, honestly,
yeah,
it's really unfair to the dog that any student athlete would have a dog, because you don't have enough time to spend the proper amount of time it takes to have a pup. Like, they need to be let out, played with. You can't keep them cooped up in the house all day, and that's probably one of my biggest mistakes that I made at Tennessee was having a dog my senior year. And I have a dog now, and I have way more flexibility now, and it's like having a kid in some ways. 3 dogs? No, man. No, sir. But I love that during the last couple of weeks, we've gotten an inside look from coaches on what it takes to be able to operate in the NIL space and the conversations they've had and what they're asked and how much it costs to get a quarterback. Matt Rule letting everyone know that the market is $2 million a year for a quarterback.
Yeah, what did he pause and say? Just so we're clear here.
Yeah, just so we clear. I love that we're getting that from coaches. And this is just another example. $3 and a girlfriend. So you want to play basketball or not?
You think Kevin Wilson shared that publicly as well, just in case anything happens at Tulsa? Because that's in writing, an exchange about NIL. Coaches aren't allowed to talk about that, right?
No.
Rules, guidelines, or whatever.
You think that kid is going to Tulsa?
My guess is no.
I mean, it's the middle of the season. I mean, was that an old conversation?
Yeah, I think it was an old conversation is the way that I took it.
Yeah. So don't think that kid's on the team. I don't know if that's going to help Tulsa recruit the next player either.
Also, that's a pretty good amount of money for an ask at Tulsa.
6,000 to 7,000 per month.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I can do some math pretty quick.
Did you carry the 1?
Dotted the I.
That's hilarious.
So, interesting exchange. It's an interesting world right now in college football and college athletics, which we'll talk about with Andy Staples when he joins us at 1:30. We'll talk to Alan Bell. Speaking of some numbers, some math.
Let's go.
Alan will help us with the big game coming up on Sunday, starting at 1 o'clock. We'll be with you until 3, and we invite you to join us, 865-656-9900, to be a part of the show next to VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward on Josh and Swain.
No matter where you go, there we are. Stream us anywhere. 99.1 The Sports Animal on the app or website.
Hey, this is Heather. If you are looking to capitalize on your early momentum this year and get in shape, why not check out Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center? Right now, you can go to fshfc.com and get a free 3-day trial membership to check out all the amenities, all the amazing equipment that I'm always bragging about. You're going to love Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. They've got free weights, resistance equipment, indoor heated pool, over 85 group fitness classes each week, including, my absolute favorite, Spin Sprint. They also have a new renovated indoor basketball court. They've got racquetball, tennis, pickleball, you name it, you can do it at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center. And parents, Fort Sanders has that complimentary childcare with your family membership. And all those memberships are month-to-month with no long-term contracts. Experience the difference at Fort Sanders Health and Fitness Center today. You can call them at 531-5000 or visit them online at fshfc.com.
Wow, these bank fees are flat out ridiculous. And forget about trying to get a car or home loan. So, who do you do your banking with, Sharon?
Me? I don't.
You don't use a bank?
No.
So what do you, like, save your money under a mattress? Bury it in the backyard? Or maybe you borrow from some rich relative when you need a loan?
No, nothing like that. I do credit unioning.
Wait, what? Credit unioning? What the heck's that?
It's kind of like banking, but so much better. Especially if you use Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union.
Shopping for an auto loan? Shopping for a vehicle is easy the ATFCU way. Talk to Alcoa 10 before you shop so you can hit the lots with a same-day pre-approved loan. And you can get behind the wheel of that new or used car or truck. Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, the clear choice. Your less red tape banking alternative. Go to atfcu.com for details. Member NCUA, an equal housing lender.
Can you taste them? Valentine's Day is coming and you're looking for a great unique gift. Moonshine Mountain Cookie Company has the perfect gift. Cookies. All of them unbelievably delicious and unlike any cookie you've ever tasted. Salted caramel toffee, white chocolate strawberry, apple pie moonshine, lemon blueberry, and thick chewy chocolate chip. They're more than a cookie. They're a dessert. Here's the great news. Moonshine Mountain Cookie Company is locally owned and located at 7343 Kingston Pike, across from Chili's, and at 10205 Kingston Pike, next to the FedEx office. Plus, they can ship anywhere in the country. So come by and try some, or check them out online at moonshinemountaincookies.com. That's moonshinemountaincookies.com.
This is John Wilkerson, and I'm with Whitney, co-owner of Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, voted one of Knoxville's best heating and cooling companies 7 years in a row. What's new with Pipe Wrench, Whitney?
Well, John, Pipe Wrench proudly installs and services York-branded heating and cooling systems, along with other major HVAC brands you know and trust.
In addition to installing and servicing York heating and cooling units, Whitney, how else can Pipe Wrench help folks stay warm?
Great question, John. Pipe Wrench offers maintenance and repairs on all major brands, free second opinions on repairs and replacements, and we offer free on-site estimates for replacements. We offer 0% financing on new units with approved credit and with our 10-year warranty on parts and labor. Homeowners won't have to worry about spending a cent on unexpected repairs for years to come.
Call Pipe Wrench today, 865-264-8090, or book online at pipewrench.com. Same-day service guaranteed, or the visit is free.
I'm Chelsea Messenger, helping you beat the books with BetQL. It's a mid-major matchup in the Horizon League tonight as Youngstown State hosts Milwaukee. The Penguins of Youngstown State have the best defense in league play this year and ride the second-best offense into tonight's game against the Panthers. Milwaukee has just one win against a team in the top 150 of KenPom this season. The BetQL 5-star best bet is Youngstown State at home, laying the point. Bet smarter and beat the books with BetQL and download the BetMGM app today.
At Granger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Multiple texts saying Yeah, 3 dogs, that's crazy.
Yeah, 1 dog is hard enough, man. I got 1. I try to play with mine once or twice a day so he don't tear up stuff and jump all over the walls.
Yeah, the story, a Tulsa transfer prospect telling Kevin Wilson, according to him, hey, this is kind of what I'm looking for financially. I'm paraphrasing here, but citing a girlfriend and 3 dogs.
3
dogs.
Student
We also should let the audience know I have 3 children, all still at a young age, and you constantly try to apply pressure for me to get a dog, which I've yet to appreciate.
Yeah, because I know it will make your life even more chaotic, and I'm just here for a good time.
Now 3 kids,
Not
5
a
and
long
under,
time.
smooth sailing the whole way through. So
Yeah. I know kids love dogs.
Yeah, they
'Cause I
do.
told my kid for years no until I told her yes, because they need to be older, and I want to make sure they are able to take care of the dog too. So
yep.
Just wait till I have a little conversation with your boys. And I put that in their ear. Hey, y'all need a puppy.
Yep, you're barking up the wrong tree on that one. I'll just say that. A couple minutes to go here in this hour. We're with you until 3 o'clock. We'll address this as well. We've talked about, okay, Tennessee's in a position for a 2 or a 1 seed as things stand currently. Ben McKee noting just a few minutes ago, ESPN bracketologist Joe Lunardi has bumped Tennessee up to a projected number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. Everyone knows, long way to go. Games have to be played to determine which teams will get which seeds. But right now, Lunardi would project Tennessee as a 1 seed. How about that?
What changed? I'm assuming some
Yeah, this
losses.
is an update since last night's action. So Tennessee, with the win against LSU, let's see, he has Tennessee ahead of Arizona, North Carolina. North Carolina losing to Clemson would be what changed there. The top 3, this is in order: Purdue, UConn, Houston. So Tennessee, the 4th number 1 seed in Lunardi's update.
I'm over here refreshing.
He shared it on X, but
I'm refreshing.
Formerly known as Twitter. So I'm not sure if ESPN's bracketology bracket.
Nah, not yet. Still has Tennessee number 2. So that's fresh off the press right there.
Yep. He wrote, Tennessee takes its turn as the 4th number 1 seed after a 20-point beating of LSU.
Long way to go. Long way to go. Feels nice to have Tennessee get that recognition. No different than Tennessee being the number 1 ranked team for a week or 2 or a couple weeks or whatever. At the end of the day, man, it's about peaking at the right time. That's the only thing that matters. And this team still has some more room to improve. And so we are exactly where we want to be. Knock on wood, we're healthy. More guys are playing. You're getting some good minutes from Estrella. That's only going to continue. So we are in a sweet spot right now.
Yep. One other note, the Big 12 with 10 bids, the SEC with 9 currently, according to Joe Lunardi. Alan Bell getting us ready for Sunday when we come back on Josh and Swain.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, they have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top-shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls, local craft beers, and handcrafted whiskey cocktails, and 29-degree drafts. Hit it out of the park this spring with Knox County Parks and Recreation's Adult Softball League. Registration for the spring program is now open. This league runs March to June with a 10-game regular season with a double elimination tournament. New in 2024 is the men's senior 50s division. There's also senior 60s, 70s, men's and co-ed divisions. Entry fee includes a t-shirt, tumbler, and a dozen softballs. The winning teams receive champion t-shirts, hats, and a team trophy. Register and sign up today at knoxcountyparks.activityreg.com.
Gordon Ramsay's Next Level Chef is TV's #1 show. And
Fox tonight. 3 chaotic kitchens.
This is crazy, man.
1 last chance to impress these culinary titans.
You'll have to earn your place on one of our teams.
Then, America is swooning over 4 handsome farmers on a quest to find their forever Valentine.
I'm looking for somebody right off in the sunset with.
It's the hit dating show, Farmer Wants a Wife.
It all starts tonight at 8. Then later it's news at 10 on Fox 43.
The most common form of treatment for the arthritic joints is normally cortisone injections and gel shots and over-the-counter medications. And most patients have tried all of that and are still in pain.
Every day, Dr. Aaron Wolkoff, a QC Kinetics medical director, meets patients who have exhausted every method to get relief. They've been told surgery is their only option.
They want to stay away from that path, and they come to us almost as the last hope. So we're using our own body's properties to help manage pain, to help slow arthritis down, keep the patients active with no downtime, and getting back to what they enjoy doing. I mean, I love what I do.
QC Kinetics regenerative treatments from our board-certified providers help heal and restore aching joints. No surgery, harmful drugs, or downtime. Call for your free consultation today.
Call QC Kinetics, 865-238-4799. That's 865-238-4799. 865-238-4799.
During basketball and all seasons, choose Coors Light, the official beer of chill inside Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. When things heat up on the hardwood, reach for the beer that's made to chill. You'll know your Coors Light's perfectly chilled because when the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Tennessee Athletics. Always cheer loudly and please celebrate responsibly.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 5-star reviews. Free estimates, moshingles.com, 770-0506.
The Knoxville RV Show is back Saturday, February 10th and Sunday the 11th at the Knoxville Expo Center. Come see all the latest and greatest makes and models from the nation's top manufacturers. Get factory rebates, financing, and on-the-spot loan approval. Register to win a free Wolf Pup travel trailer. Get your photo taken with Marvel superhero Spider-Man Saturday and Sunday. There's something for everyone at the Knoxville Expo Center RV Show. RVSupershows.com.
Experience the best attractions and restaurants East Tennessee has to offer at unbeatable prices with our sweet deal of the week. Don't miss out. Check out 991thesportsanimal.com and click on Sweet Deal.
This is WNML FM Friendsville, WNML AM Knoxville, Cumulus Media Stations, broadcasting worldwide from the Budweiser Studios. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is Andrew Bogish with a CBS Sports Minute. How is it possible that the 49ers are practicing on a substandard field in Vegas? It's not that the NFL decided last week to put the game in Sin City. I don't know if this will actually affect their performance on Sunday, and hopefully the players are not at a greater injury risk, but this should never be an issue, especially since it only affects one team. I'm Andrew Bogish.
Did you know some ordinary cold medicines can raise your blood pressure? That's alarming. Fortunately, there's Vicks NyQuil high blood pressure. It's specially formulated without alcohol, sugar, or decongestants to provide fast, powerful nighttime colds and flu symptoms relief for people with high blood pressure. So if you have high blood pressure, try NyQuil high blood pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure medicine. Use as directed and keep out of reach of children.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Brakes? We can save you 15% on that. We have OE quality Duralast brake pads and rotors in stock, ready for pickup or delivery. We also have calipers, brake fluid, tools, and anything else you'll need to do the job right. When you get Duralast pads and rotors together, you'll save 15%. It's just part of what makes us America's #1 brakes destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Zero Res carpet cleaning's the right way to clean. ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. recovering millions in damages for personal injury clients throughout East Tennessee. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group so they can help you get the help you need. 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Hour number 2 of Josh and Swain is here. Thank you for being with us. 2 hours to go as we are live today on both 99.1 The Sports Animal as well as up in the Tri-Cities area, AM 640 The Sports Monster. Plus, you can stream anywhere. You can watch on YouTube. And if you watch on YouTube, you can see our friend Alan Bell, who joins us from Driving the Line. Alan, good afternoon. You're built for this week. Super Bowl week is here.
Appreciate you guys having me back. And yeah, Super Bowl week is here. It's always sad when it's the last, football game of the season, but
yeah,
you know what? It's a big one.
It is a big one. Ratings are going to be massive. You have two big brands, big names. Chiefs trying to win another one. 49ers, they've won their fair share, but this group trying to get it done after coming close a few years ago against the Chiefs, actually. How are we playing this? I'll just dive right in. What are your first thoughts when you look at this game, the 49ers against the Chiefs?
Yeah, I mean, first off, it almost feels, and I'll throw this back to you guys, it almost feels impossible to bet against Mahomes and the Chiefs, right? Like, I mean,
that has been our thought.
I mean, what they've been doing through the playoffs is just been phenomenal, man. Like, their offense is completely turned around. Travis Kelce looks like Travis Kelce again. But then you look at the defense, the Chiefs secondary is playing better than the 49ers is, right? Like, I did not see Kansas City coming out. And it's not like they've played scrubs either, right? We'll give them the Dolphins game. It was minus 7,000 degrees. But you go on the road to Buffalo, handle business. On the road to Baltimore, handle business. And the 49ers been playing from behind in every game. So, yeah, man, it's one of those cost of admissions. I'll bet the Chiefs with the points. If I lose, fine. But I'm not betting against them.
How do you factor in the surface, AB? Because we know the surface is being kept somewhere else, and in the past we've seen the moisture really impact guys being able to keep their footing. They've been falling and things like that. Does the condition of the field weigh in any amount with your decision on who to go with?
A little bit, right? I mean, it's almost like when you have snow on the field. All right, offensive linemen, run blocking, do a little bit better than pass blocking, right? Like your pass pro suffers a little bit, but when you're run blocking, you know where you're going, right? So I think that could help out, San Francisco in regards to the run game. They're probably used to those types of conditions a little bit more than Kansas City is. But then again, man, like Kansas City can run the ball too. Yeah. So, a little bit, but not terribly much. There are certainly larger factors that I would put in for.
Is there a matchup that you like? Is it Kansas City wide receivers or 49er wide receivers, or maybe the running backs of the 49ers versus the Chiefs defense? Is there a matchup that you really like?
Yeah, so, I think that you look at these teams and they have a lot of similarities, right? Like you've got, big play tight ends. But I think that San Francisco is going to have a little bit of advantage in regards to kind of that short passing game, the second option, third option, the checkdowns there. San Francisco has one of the best linebacking corps in the NFL, if not the best. And I'm not saying anything negative against Kansas City's there, but I think that Kansas City might have a little bit of trouble, using that second and third option for Mahomes, where they haven't really had all that much trouble before. So, yeah, I would say that San Francisco, you might see the McCaffrey passes. Juwan Jennings is a first down machine, and Deebo Samuel. So, yeah, San Francisco there.
At Driving the Line on YouTube, that's how you can go keep up with Alan Bell, Jonathan Coachman, and the crew with everything that they have together. At Driving the Line on YouTube. Is this a higher scoring game, lower scoring? The number's at 47.5 for the point total. What do you see over 60 minutes of football between the 49ers and Chiefs?
Yeah, man, like you asked the question of the year, right? So I went back and looked through the last 9 Super Bowls, all right? Per game average, 49 points per. Okay? But these two teams, like, they can run the football and they can control the clock. And when you have teams that do that, you limit opportunities for the other team's offense and you burn that clock. So you just don't have as many plays. I'm going to lean under. I think that this could be an old school slugfest type of game. And I think that, in the first half, you're going to see Kansas City trying to score as much as they can because that's really been their secret sauce. But San Francisco saying, all right, you know what? Our best defense is our offense. Let's just keep Mahomes off the field.
Yeah, feels kind of like a Pacheco game. Tell me if I'm wrong there.
No, you're not wrong at all, man. Like, it definitely does because, both of these teams have so many weapons, right? Like, that's the most difficult part. And then when you have guys that can run the football, I mean, we obviously know that San Francisco is going to do it, but, Pacheco, man, he can get down too. So I completely agree, man. I think that's an excellent play.
Travis Kelce, cementing his legacy, adding on to it. There's been talk about him being the best tight end ever. What do you see out of him in this matchup versus the Niners? You mentioned that the linebackers from the Niners are really, really good, best in the league. Does Kelce get open?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get open for sure, right? I mean, he's Travis Kelce, but this is going to be a different style of game for him, right? I mean, you go back to that Buffalo game when it really started for Kelce, turning this thing around from really what was kind of a disappointing season. Their defense was banged up. It was injured. Now, I'm not going to say anything, I'm not taking it away from him, and I'm not taking anything away in the Baltimore game, but this is a different group, man. It's going to be tough, and you're going to have, linebackers playing interference, basically, right? Like, just get in the way. So I definitely do think that Kelsey's going to have a game because your star players, that's who you trust in these big games. But it's going to be more difficult, man. Like, those 49ers linebackers, like, they're going to make it trouble for him. But in the red zone, good luck, dude. Like, they don't have as much space either.
So do we have favorite props or angles? You're good at finding different angles, I think, with particular games. This would have to stand out. Any favorite props and or angles to this matchup that people should pay attention to?
Yeah, so I like Patrick Mahomes' rushing attempts, all right? You could get that. The number is 4.5. All right, so not only will they game plan runs with Mahomes, but that 49ers pass rush, they'll flush him out of the pocket, and he'll run there too. And then let's remember this. Kneel downs count as rushing attempts as well. We don't count on it because you just never know when they're going to come, but you can steal one or two through a game. So I like Mahomes on the ground there. I also like – this one's a little more difficult. Punts, over 7.5. All right, if you're betting that it's going to be a low-scoring game, there's going to be a lot of punts. All right, on average, the last 9 Super Bowls, almost 9 punts per game. If you're betting that there's going to be a lot of points, you could take the over on punts to kind of hedge yourself. So I think it plays in both factors there. So, yeah, Mahomes rushing attempts, over 7.5 punts. I think that's the way to go.
Dude, that rushing attempt.
You like that
strategy,
one?
That's brilliant.
Yep.
Yeah, man. You get the kneel downs.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, here's the thing. Like, we've been playing it throughout the playoffs, and it really doesn't get a lot of attention because everybody plays, like, passing yards and things like that. Dude, Mahomes will get you over 4.5 rush attempts for sure.
Yeah, I like the idea of being in favor of punts. You're at the Super Bowl party, and you're cheering for the third down stop for the punt. And Alan Bell can find good kicking props. Do you play the national anthem, the Gatorade, anything like that, or is that to avoid?
No, I mean, understand, like, do it for fun, right? Like, the coin toss is a coin toss, right? Like, You've got 50% chance there. But no, I mean, they're fun to play. I certainly wouldn't put much money on it. However, something like Gatorade, man, like, you could make it. You could make a really, if you just guess it and get it, I mean, you could get like plus 900, plus 1,000. So, yeah, man, they're fun to play for sure. But, yeah, just limit yourself on those.
Alan, any plans on playing whether or not there's going to be a streaker and actually being the streaker at the Super Bowl? Any plans there, Alan?
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because the NFL and the Super Bowl is locked down. I mean, Secret Service guys out there, like, you don't know who or what or where they are. I'm going to say no because I've got a feeling that the NFL's, they're not having that one at all. So, yeah, I'd play no on that one. But somebody's going to try. They'll have some kind of message or something painted on them they're going to try it for sure.
That happened in a big game a couple years ago where, like, someone jumped on the field, was running around.
I think it was a national championship, wasn't it?
I think so.
I think it was.
And we were like, who would do that? That's stupid. Then we found out that
he had wagered.
He had wagered that there was going to be someone interrupt the game and run on the field. I was like, oh, man, that guy's brilliant. He's brilliant.
I know. Well, here's the only part, though. He should have kept his mouth shut, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't say it until you get the money, and then you can say it, because the books will definitely say, oh, no, we're not paying you. But, yeah, I think he did that. He just kept quiet, collected, and then was like, oh, yeah, I took care of that.
Yeah, if you're betting your buddy sitting next to you, hey, bet you I will, then you can go ahead and let people know. If the sports book has the void option, yeah, make sure you get it before you allow the voiding to occur. You guys continue to build and grow at Driving the Line on YouTube. What should people know? What are they going to find when they check out your channel?
Yeah, absolutely, man. And I appreciate you saying that. You know, not only are you going to find betting tips on how to bet the Super Bowl, it's a completely different game. You're going to find daily bets on our daily weekday show, 10 a.m. Eastern, right there. And then anybody that's into wrestling, WWE, all the crazy stuff that's going on there, Jonathan Coachman was there for like 10 years alongside all of these people. He's got some really nice perspectives on The Rock, Triple H, like all of these things going on. Check it out. So whatever you're into, man, we've got you covered.
Yep, he is legendary. So go to @DrivingTheLine on YouTube, subscribe, check out what they're doing every single day for you. Alan Bell, Jonathan Coachman, and the crew as they continue to build. Hey, Alan, enjoy this upcoming weekend. We appreciate the time as always, and we'll check in with you again soon.
Man, I appreciate you guys. You have a great weekend. We'll talk next week.
Alan Bell joining us each Thursday here on Josh and Swain at Driving the Line at the AB3 to check out his channel as well.
Yeah, I forgot to ask him his go-to dish, man, for the Super Bowl.
I'm into as well.
The best Super Bowl dish. Oh, well.
Yeah, because a big part of Super Bowl Sunday is Super Bowl food.
Yeah. The setup has to be on point to really enjoy the Super Bowl. We can ask him offline and get his take.
Yeah, I can still get the word from him.
We still can.
Have his number.
Still can. You have his number? I don't have his number. That's why you're Josh Ward and I'm not.
That I am. Nathan has a terrific joke. Did you hear about the guy who invented the knock-knock joke?
Hold on now. Nathan, pretty high percentage now with the jokes.
This is a good one. This is a good one.
It's a good one, you sure?
Yep. I'll restate. Did you hear about the guy who invented the knock-knock joke?
No.
He won the Nobel Prize.
Oh, yeah. Nathan is a dad joke expert.
Ding, ding, ding. That's a winner.
That is a winner. That's a good one.
We'll continue on Josh and Swain, 865-656-9900. Will Tennessee and Virginia be winners against the NCAA? We'll discuss that with Andy Staples of On 3 when he stops by coming up at 1:30. We're with you until 3 o'clock on Josh and Swain.
99.1 The Sports Animal is always as close as your phone. Download our Sports Animal app, and we're there 24/7.
Elevate your products today with Native Nursery, now open to contractors and landscapers. We're your one-stop destination, offering quality wholesale plants, trees, and landscaping materials. We'll even take your leaves and hardscape waste for a low flat rate. If you're a contractor or landscaper, make Native Nursery your go-to location today.
Call or come by and see Ben and Ted. 865-315-0123 and 3473 Louisville Road. 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit.
This is John Wilkerson, and I'm with Whitney, co-owner of Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, voted one of Knoxville's best heating and cooling companies 7 years in a row. What's new with Pipe Wrench, Whitney?
Well, John, Pipe Wrench proudly installs and services York-branded heating and cooling systems, along with other major HVAC brands you know and trust.
In addition to installing and servicing York heating and cooling units, Whitney, how else can Pipe Wrench help folks stay warm?
Great question, John. Pipe Wrench offers maintenance and repairs on all major brands, free second opinions on repairs and replacements, and we offer free on-site estimates for replacements. We offer 0% financing on new units with approved credit and with our 10-year warranty on parts and labor. Homeowners won't have to worry about spending a cent on unexpected repairs for years to come.
Call Pipe Wrench today, 865-264-8090, or book online at pipewrench.com. Same-day service guaranteed, or the visit is free.
Sick and tired of achy joints? Do you dread the idea of surgery? You need to call QC Kinetics today. This is Eric Ainge. And listen, the state of healthcare is always changing. The old ideas like steroids and surgery are no longer your only options. The regenerative medicine at QC Kinetics is transforming lives with innovative, non-surgical, drug-free treatments that deliver lasting results. Knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain. Don't let it keep you from living your best life. QC Kinetics, their advanced, state-of-the-art treatments harness and direct your body's natural ability to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. This is a revolutionary approach that can get you long-term relief with no downtime. Make 2024 the year you reclaim your mobility, independence, walk, run, play without the danger and trauma of surgery or harmful drugs. Call QC Kinetics right now for a free consultation. 865-238-4799. 865-238-4799. That's 865-238-4799.
This has been a paid advertisement.
Join 99.1 The Sports Animal this Sunday morning at 10 a.m. for the NFL Report. John Wilkerson and a rotating group of the Sports Animal staff discuss the games, players, trades, and injuries that make the NFL the most popular pro sport in the country. For over 20 years, the NFL Report is the place to start your pro football Sunday. This week, join the NFL Report live at Mellow Mushroom, 903 Parkway in Gatlinburg.
Hey folks, it's Jake from Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville on Callahan Drive. When you're looking to make your next car purchase, think about these things. Rusty Wallace Kia's fantastic selection. We've got more cars on the ground than we've had in years. Think about the incredible warranty with our exclusive 200,000-mile warranty. And think about the excellent service before, during, and after the sale. You'll get it all when you choose Rusty Wallace Kia of Knoxville, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
The American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage as the nation's blood supply has dropped to critically low levels. Blood and platelet donations are needed now for people counting on life-saving care after accidents, surgeries, and those facing critical treatments for cancer and sickle cell disease. You can take action today. Make an appointment to give blood. To book a time, use the Red Cross Blood Donor app. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your appointment.
All fact, no fluff. Honest, credible sports information from two guys that know the facts. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
We continue on Josh and Swain, a little more than 10 minutes away from Andy Staples stopping by the show. Tennessee versus the NCAA. There's several categories to the Tennessee side of that conversation. There's the athletic department. There is the state, which is joined by Virginia in the lawsuit. We'll talk to Andy about that coming up in a little more than 10 minutes as Tennessee's football team also continues to get good pub. We talked to Braden Gall yesterday. They have Tennessee number 11 in their early polling for the team coming up, and the Nico excitement from a football standpoint continues to build for this upcoming year.
Yeah, man. Renovations going on right now in Neyland Stadium, and so I think in a perfect world you have the orange and white game there at Neyland, with Nico being now a first-time starter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those attendance numbers could have been crazy this year, but I think the renovations are way more important. Like, they have to get done, and that's going to affect the orange and white game. But there's no doubt about it. People are excited about Nico. I'm excited about Nico. It's about building around him. It's about guys understanding that this is a unique opportunity, especially if you are upperclassmen, to go out there and, seize the moment. 2022 was a moment that this team had to do something special. And the season wound up being special, but they had a chance to really, really play for a championship late in the season. And now that it's a little bit easier, not easy, but it's a little bit easier to get yourself in a position to win a championship, man, this is it. This is it for a lot of these guys on this football team that this is their last year playing at Tennessee.
Yep. So we'll have plenty of football conversation to go as well, but Tennessee versus the NCAA with the Court date coming up next Tuesday, the 13th. All eyes will be on that one. There are a number of cases, though, that are getting attention. You have the Dartmouth ruling. You have the USC story. And then this Tennessee and Virginia lawsuit. Plus, there was the ongoing conversation regarding the ability to transfer anytime and play right away. That's one where I'm not on the side of I don't think it's beneficial to the athletes, big picture, to be able to get up and transfer after every single year. At some point, staying in one place, if we are attaching college to the athletic side, spending multiple years at one academic institution, surely we all agree that's important. So that's one, though, where the NCAA has lost again with the ability to restrict transfers. That's where contracts and negotiated decisions come back into play.
Yeah, I mean, for players having the ability to transfer anytime they want to, I just think that sometimes you have to step in and protect people from themselves. No different than a player being concussed and wanting to go back out there and play. You got to take their helmet away. Sometimes transferring multiple times is just not in the best interest for you. We've talked about the benefits that a player can have in their post-playing career in this town that they played in. They can go back and start a business. I mean, I think about Chris Dorn, and he's been able to run a real estate company there in Gainesville. Imagine if he would have transferred 2 or 3 times. Like, he's not doing that. There's no way. So there's benefits on the field and off the field with staying where you are. I'm not saying not transfer, but if you transfer once and you're in a place multiple years, you still have opportunity to have those post-collegiate perks. But if you're transferring 3 and 4 times, like, it makes it really, really hard to do that after your playing career.
Yep, we're in agreement there. But there's also a difference in what's best and what we would advise and what's legal. Those can be separate conversations. One more note before we go to close out this segment. Andy Staples, when we come back, it's NBA trade deadline day.
Yeah.
And word traveling during our last segment, Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN reporting that the Charlotte Hornets are finalizing a trade to send P.J. Washington to Dallas for Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and a first-round draft pick.
Oh, no. No. Oh, he gets to go home, though.
Does get to go closer to home.
No, that's home. It's
from Charlotte?
Yeah, he's from
Okay.
That is home.
Yeah.
But
well, he'll be home for the playoffs.
It's
too.
home.
Yeah.
It's home and it's home. And he was working his magic with the WNBA player.
I saw he got the number.
Yeah, man.
He got the
Don't
number.
do that to Grant Williams.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's about to be done. So the wording was finalizing a trade. So I've not seen it reported that the deal is done. But Woj reporting the Hornets are finalizing a trade to send P.J. Washington. There's a Tennessee-Kentucky aspect, too.
Yeah,
Washington went to Kentucky.
They went at it.
But P.J. Washington to the Mavericks for Grant Williams, Seth Curry, and a first-round draft pick.
Oh, man.
We will come back. Andy Staples of On 3 will join us when we return for the second half of Josh and Swain.
99.1 The Sports Animal and Coors Light are going to help you chill out and get fired up. Listen weekdays for the cue to call to become a finalist in the Coors Light Chill It and Grill It contest. You could win an awesome outdoor grill, a Yeti cooler, Coors Light swag, and a $100 gift card. He'll draw one finalist from the Jungle Email Club, too. Listen for your chance to chill it and grill it from Coors Light and the station for hot prizes and cool contests. 99.1 The Sports Animal. The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
The Lady Vols are on the road in Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama tonight. Tennessee has won 4 of its last 5 games to jump into second place in the SEC, while Alabama has won 3 in a row. Tip-off tonight is at 7 o'clock. Coverage begins at 6:30 right here on The Sports Animal. Just 2 ranked teams in action in men's college hoops tonight. Number 8, Arizona visits Utah at 8 o'clock, and number 20, Florida Atlantic takes on UAB at 9. In the NBA tonight at 7 o'clock, the Pacers host the Warriors, the Spurs visit the Magic. At 7:30, the Nets host the Cavs, the Mavericks visit the Knicks. At 8 o'clock, the Grizzlies welcome the Bulls, the Timberwolves take on the Bucks, the Suns take on the Jazz at 9, and at 10, the Lakers host the Nuggets, the Pistons meet the Trailblazers. Native Design and Hardscape is Knoxville's premier landscaping and hardscape designer. They're ready to turn your home or business outdoor space into reality. Your new outdoor space awaits. Native Design and Hardscape, making backyard dreams come true. Schedule a consultation today at nativetn.com. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. If you're new to the area or you've never been in our store, let me tell you about our once-a-year clearance sale. It's a great sale. And why? Because it's for real. Not a market up to market down. It's 40 to 50% off our oldest items, 20 to 30% off our newest, hottest items. And it only happens once a year. Sale starts February the 5th through Valentine's Day. I promise you won't be disappointed. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We want to be your jeweler.
What if you could get a 365 days comfort guarantee to adjust the firmness or softness of your mattress? What if you could get a two-sided flippable mattress at factory direct pricing? What if it came with a warranty of up to 20 years? What if you could watch your mattress being handmade right here in the Knoxville factory? You can at Brothers Bedding Mattress Factory. Brothers Bedding understands what it means to be local, high quality, excellent service, and a name you can trust for over 85 years. BrothersBedding.com.
During basketball and all seasons, choose Coors Light, the official beer of chill inside Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. When things heat up on the hardwood, reach for the beer that's made to chill. You'll know your Coors Light's perfectly chilled because when the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Tennessee Athletics. Always cheer loudly and please celebrate responsibly.
Warmer weather is right around the corner, and Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply is your go-to for great lawns this year. They have the best fertilizers available and carry top equipment brands like Toro, Ferris, Wright, and Hustler mowers, as well as Echo and Red Max products. Dickens is running their winter service special through March, and that includes free pickup and delivery on zero-turn mowers. In the market for a new zero-turn this year, Dickens has the best selection in East Tennessee, with financing and free delivery when you buy a new mower. Come see Dickens in Knoxville or Maryville, or online at dickenssupply.com.
Hi, I'm Nick Nico with Keller Williams Realty. Timing, as we know, plays such a major part in any sport. Whether it's our Vols strategically mapping out one for a win or your approach to the real estate market, timing and execution play a major part. Many think that today's real estate rates are too high to make a play in this market. At the Nico Real Estate Team, we've played a major role in many strategic plays to help our people win. Whether selling or buying your home at the same time, downsizing, or pulling equity to remodel your home. You name it, my team has put together plays even with high interest rates in this market to help them reach their goals. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, don't allow for the mass media to tell you now is not the time. Maybe you're looking for a HELOC to do some much needed repairs. Whatever your play is, we would love to help you draw one up and not only get you in the game, but to win. We're local, we're experts in the area, and we'll win for you. Find us online at nicoteam.com. That's NICAUD team.com.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman, and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy, and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store, well, we'll even tuck you in.
This report is sponsored by the Tennessee Valley Authority. From weathering the storm to keeping the lights on. At the Tennessee Valley Authority, they're on a mission to make life better for our entire community. If you are too, then join them and do good here. TVA.com.
Temperatures are still mild today, near 61 degrees, but we are tracking more clouds to move in ahead of a rainy stretch. Few showers move in overnight. We're starting out in the mid to upper 40s, still in the upper 50s Friday, but tracking more scattered showers to widespread rain heading into the weekend. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Some law firms specialize in one thing, but there's one here in East Tennessee that specializes in them all. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
I've heard it said that streaming The Sports Animal has replaced the old wanna Netflix and chill. Well, it was me that said that, but I've heard it said. I do spend most evenings alone now that I think about it.
This is Coach Josh Heupel. You're listening to Josh and Swain on 99.1, The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us here on Josh and Swain. Next to VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain. I'm Josh Ward. 90 minutes to go on both the Sports Animal and in the Tri-Cities on AM 640, The Sports Monster. And we are excited to welcome to the show right now, covering the world of college football, Andy Staples with On3. You can read him at on3.com and watch him at the On3 YouTube page. Andy, thanks for the time as here in Knoxville, Tennessee, the state has provided you some content over the last 7+ days.
And I gotta say, as somebody who, when I lived in Knoxville, you had one show on the news talk station, and there was maybe one other sports talk station. That there's a sports animal and a sports monster now,
combining forces.
I mean,
what do you think?
On. You're in the Tri-Cities, like you're just taking over.
Yep, and the state of Tennessee is trying to do that in some ways, right? With the NCAA. What have you made of it over the last week? A little more than that at this point. And what should we be paying attention to now in the middle of the court case plus the battle that's kind of going on with the university and the NCAA?
Well, I mean, I don't know if the judge in the case is one of those guys that just walks up to people and in the sixth sense, Bruce Willis is actually dead. I think that's the type of person he is, because he clearly spoiled the end of this movie in his decision to not grant the temporary restraining order, where he's like, yeah, but the NCAA is going to lose the case. So they're going to have a hearing, but we already know what's going to happen next. The NCAA is going to lose.
Why did he say that, by the way? Why did he go ahead and provide that spoiler?
So I talked to Michael McCann, who's he writes for Sportico. When I was at Sports Illustrated, Michael was our legal analyst at SI, and he's a law professor. He works at the University of New Hampshire, and also he's a visiting professor at Harvard right now. And I asked him that same question. I said, how normal is this for a judge to just telegraph what they're going to rule and say, change my mind, essentially, to one plaintiff or defendant? And he said it's not uncommon, but it's not something that happens every day. But a lot of times judges feel like, okay, I've seen all of your arguments. In this case, the NCAA has thrown out all of its arguments in various jurisdictions or branches of the federal court system. Whether it's the O'Bannon case, whether it's the Alston case, the House case, so federal judges have seen this. And like the Alston case, which went to the Supreme Court, every federal judge reads every Supreme Court opinion, because they then have to use that as basis for how they decide on things. And so he was probably pretty well versed from Alston in what the NCAA's arguments are about this stuff, and probably was like, you know what, they're trying to recook the same old meal. It didn't work in Alston, and it's not going to work here either.
What do you think the impact of Jackson Lampley's declaration will have on this entire process?
Some. Any player saying that would have helped. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is the state going after them and just setting it up on a tee for them, basically, is what's going to happen. Because the NCAA's arguments don't hold up against antitrust scrutiny. Here's the deal. If, let's say, we are the all of the radio stations in East Tennessee, we can't get together and decide how much the DJs are going to make or the sports talk guys are going to make. We can't decide as competitors how much they're going to make and put a cap on it, because that's price fixing. You're not allowed to do that in America. Well, the schools are competitors, and then they make rules via the NCAA that essentially fixes the price of the labor market in college football. That's illegal. Like, it's not complicated, and there's no defense that they have against it.
With your conversations with some ADs and coaches and lawyers, do you have like an estimated timeline of when things will really, really, really change in college football?
Well, it really is going to – a lot of it's probably up to, Greg Sankey, the SEC commissioner, and Tony Petitti, the Big Ten commissioner, who just said on Friday they're going to get together and form what they're calling an advisory group, which is a very soft way of selling we're taking over. And it's them being tired of sitting in rooms where, you have Division III schools or Division II schools or schools way far down the chain in Division I saying, well, that's not going to work for us. Well, nobody cares what works for you. Everybody's watching the Big Ten and the SEC. Like, that's what brings in all the money. So they're going to make some decisions, and they're going to try to come up with some rules that can actually work. Now, the problem is, like I just said, if the schools try to make rules and unilaterally impose them on the athletes without asking the athletes what they think about them, they're going to get taken to court, and they will lose every time. Like, it's done. The Supreme Court has spoken on this. They're like, you bring more of these rules to us, we will declare them illegal. So stop it. So the best way to handle this is to collectively bargain. But the problem is the schools don't want the players to be employees. The other issue is they may not have a choice, because there was another case this week where the National Labor Relations Board director the regional director in Massachusetts ruled that Dartmouth basketball players are employees of their school, which is crazy when you think about it, because Dartmouth doesn't even give athletic scholarships. So imagine if it was, say, the case involving USC and its players, which is going on out in California. So there is a very real possibility that the government may force the schools to recognize the players as employees, in which case, if that's what's going to happen, then bargain with them, because if you have a CBA, then you can't lose an antitrust suit. Or you can, but it's very difficult to. Like, if the players agree to a salary cap, which I think they would, you can't then take the schools to court and say, this salary cap is illegal. The court's going to be like, no, you agreed to it. That's why there's a salary cap in the NFL. That's why there's a salary cap in the NBA. They bargain it with the players. If they would like a lawsuit-proof way of having rules that either govern compensation or govern how the players can move from one school to another, they need to bargain it with the players. Until they figure that out, they're just going to keep getting their asses beat in court.
Andy Staples is with us on 3on3.com. Find him on YouTube on the On3 channel as well. And this conversation is largely around football, right? That's where almost all the money is. How does football...
And basketball, too. There's
right.
There's some money in hoops.
Sure. But with all the sports, all the athletes, how does that factor in? Athletes in other sports versus football and men's basketball.
They don't make any money, so they're not entitled to any money. I mean,
simple.
Everybody wants to overcomplicate this.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Pay the people who make money and don't worry about the ones who don't. If they would like to continue sponsoring those sports, which they always sponsored even before there was big money in any of this, if they would like to do it out of the goodness of their hearts, they can do that. And here's the thing. I love it when people come at me on Twitter like, well, what's going to happen to all the track athletes? Like, tell me the last track meet you watched, and then we can talk.
Right.
You don't actually care about that. If you did, they'd make money.
Is this what schools want to ultimately happen, be able to negotiate with the athletes?
No. But schools are stupid on this. They've been stupid on this forever. So they have yet to come around to the realization that this will actually make everything easier for them.
Where do you see the collective's place in all this? When
probably nowhere.
Okay.
They're middlemen.
Yeah.
Like the beauty of all, or well, the stupidity of all the ways that college sports works, like the NCAA, the schools, they keep coming up with these workarounds instead of just saying what they actually want. And so these middlemen are always thriving. You don't need collectives. The schools need to be paying the players for their ability as football players. You don't need to pretend it's not for football or for basketball or whatever it's for. You need to say, we are paying you because you're a really good quarterback. We are paying you because you are a really good two guard. Like, that is it. The school pays them. That's it. You don't need collectives when you do that.
Yeah, that's why I asked as well, is this what schools want? Because from what I've been able to tell, is the answer is no. But the schools are also in some way battling the NCAA, which they're a part of, at the same time, when they're maybe actually on the same side of what they're fighting against. Am I wrong there?
I don't even know what you just said. That didn't even make any sense.
Well,
but that is a perfect
like
example of college sports. Like,
yeah,
in a
as an
nutshell.
example, Tennessee's battling the NCAA, but Tennessee also probably doesn't want to be paying the athletes.
No, I think Tennessee would be fine with paying the
opportunity.
athletes if it wasn't against the rules.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I think Tennessee would be fine with paying the athletes if it wasn't against the rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, there are some true believers out there still who think that giving people money for being good at sports is somehow immoral because people are suckers and have bought like decades of NCAA propaganda about that. But most smart people know that it's not immoral. And guess what? If we share some with the athletes, we can still make tons of money ourselves off this thing.
With the TV contracts, I guess, changes and with a merge between the TV companies, do you see that being a reason why schools would want to pay athletes and more money for the school and more money for the athletes?
Well, you're talking about the deal with the new streaming services coming out. We don't know what's going to happen with that yet, Swain. I'm curious to see how well that works, but it's really interesting because, before you had, ESPN is with the SEC and the ACC, and then they kind of share the Big 12 with Fox. Mm-hmm. The Big 10 is only with Fox and CBS and NBC, but not with ESPN. And there's these separate entities. Not anymore. Now ESPN and Fox are in the same boat. They're teaming up with Warner Brothers, which does HBO Max and TNT and TBS and all those channels. And so it is very interesting to see what that does to everybody. I don't know how successful that thing's going to be. I kind of like, as a consumer, I want to see what the price is because I have YouTube TV. I only use it for sports. Like, every dollar I spend is essentially for sports. So if you could give me just the sports I want and none of the other crap and save me like $40 a month, I'll probably do that. And I imagine that would be a very popular thing. And so if that's the case, then yeah, that's going to be helpful. Probably helps the SEC and the Big Ten work together even more. And if you have any like conspiracy theories about maybe a potential super league forming down the road, well, that'll probably fuel them. And as far as how much that helps schools, the schools need to want to pay the players because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry that they created. Mm-hmm. And if they pay the players, they'll stop getting taken to court.
It's that simple.
Hey, by the way, before you go, Andy, Tennessee fans, of course, want to know, are we going to avoid all trouble here? How much does the lawsuit matter in terms of can the NCAA still do something? What should Tennessee fans think right now?
It's tremendous. It's one of the greatest gambits you'll ever see. You can't be in trouble if the rule that you were in trouble for got declared illegal in federal court. So the judge has already said he's going to declare it illegal. So I wouldn't worry if I was Tennessee.
Nico for governor, 2024, baby.
Seriously, does this launch that campaign? Does this set that up? Because it is. We put a face on it. It is Nico they were coming after.
Oh yeah. They wanted multiple games. Him to sit out multiple games, be suspended indefinitely, and no, we can't have that now. Put too much work in to get Nico here.
I just think it's like, I don't know who because here's the deal. Like, the NCAA decided, somebody in the office, in the enforcement staff decided, you know what we should do is go get them. We should just go get all of them. And it's like, we'll go get Florida State, and we'll go get Florida, and we'll go get Tennessee. And I don't know, but I do know that they sent out a bunch of letters like 2 weeks ago to different schools. I don't know exactly which ones. But if I had to guess, like, reading the tea leaves, there was a state House of Representatives hearing in the state of Oregon this week about changing the NIL law to protect athletes from NCAA investigations. So do we think Oregon's probably one of those schools? I think we should probably think that. So somebody in the NCAA office is like, we should just go after all the big schools.
You think
Perhaps
those teams?
The stupidest idea anyone has ever had, because of course this was going to happen.
You think those teams on that list will still get a letter? Or you
They already got their letters.
They did? Okay.
Yeah. So all the NCAA did was say, here's who needs to sue us, basically.
Andy, did we miss anything that we should have pointed out while we have you here about all of these stories?
No, I think you got it all. I mean, they're somewhat interconnected. Like the National Labor Relations Board thing with Dartmouth is somewhat connected to the Tennessee AG suing the NCAA. Like all of it probably leads to whatever comes next in college sports. And we don't know what that is yet. Because, I say they need to collectively bargain. It's not the easiest thing in the world to just do. You can't just snap your fingers and all of a sudden you've got a system where the athletes are employees, they're unionized, you can collectively bargain with them. Like you'd have to figure some stuff out. For example, like in the state of South Carolina, public employees aren't allowed to unionize. So like if you're an athlete at Clemson or South Carolina or Coastal Carolina, like you couldn't form a union and negotiate with your school. Like it, because the employees at your schools can't do that. But if you made the athletes employees of the conferences, you could certainly negotiate with them. So these are the things that have to be thought through. A lot of stuff has to happen, but it's gonna be a weird process. Like there's gonna be a bunch of ideas thrown out. Some of them are gonna sound great. Some of them are gonna sound terrible. There's still gonna be a bunch of people that are trying to pull it back to 1995 when everybody went nuts over. Or I guess 1993, everybody went nuts over Florida State players getting a trip to Foot Locker. Like, it's laughable how some of these people just can't see what's happening. But it's going to change. The schools are going to wind up paying the players directly. And there's probably going to be some real rules. Like, there's probably going to be a salary cap. There's probably going to be contracts that keep players from moving around willy-nilly. And it'll be okay because the players got a chance to have their say on it. Like, that's ultimately what's going to happen. And the world's not going to end, and there's still going to be games on Saturdays in the fall, and everybody's going to love it.
Yep, totally agree. You just gave the spoiler there, Andy. We just have steps to go through
I know,
until we get
me
there.
and Judge Corker, we can't stop.
Go read his work at on3.com, writing about this. Go check out the conversation that Andy had with Michael McCann. You'll learn some stuff there, too, as well, on YouTube and the On3 page. Andy, thanks
Josh, I'm also sorry to anybody who hasn't seen The Sixth Sense yet, but it's a 30-year-old movie now. You should have already seen it by now.
Yeah, what's the statute on spoilers? We got to figure that out, I guess, would be the next step.
If the movie can legally drink, you can spoil it.
There you go. It's a good rule. We're getting something figured out here. Andy Staples, On3. Andy, thanks for all the time today. We appreciate it.
Yep. See you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Andy Staples joining us as we continue here. 865-656-9900 if you'd like to join us on Josh and Swain.
Gordon Ramsay's Next Level Chef is TV's #1 show. And Fox tonight, 3 chaotic kitchens.
This is crazy, man.
1 last chance to impress these culinary titans.
You'll have to earn your place on one of our teams.
Then, America is swooning over 4 handsome farmers on a quest to find their forever Valentine.
I'm looking for somebody right off in the sunset with.
It's the hit dating show, Farmer Wants a Wife.
It all starts tonight at 8. Then later it's news at 10 on Fox 43.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 5-star reviews. Free estimates, moshingles.com, 770-0506.
The minute folks step into Dollywood in my Smoky Mountains, I want them to fill their hearts with all the beautiful things in this big old world. Dollywood, love every moment.
Plan your visit today at Dollywood.com.
All right, people, it's Valentine's Day. Everything has to be perfect.
At Ingalls, we know that not every Valentine's Day is 4-star perfection, with string quartets and swanky restaurants.
My boyfriend bought me flowers.
That it's not the money you spend or the elaborate lengths you go to.
Happy Valentine's Day!
It just has to come from the heart. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. If you're new to the area or you've never been in our store, let me tell you about our once-a-year clearance sale. It's a great sale. And why? Because it's for real. Not a market up to market down. It's 40 to 50% off our oldest items, 20 to 30% off our newest, hottest items. And it only happens once a year. Sale starts February the 5th through Valentine's Day. I promise you won't be disappointed. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We want to be your jeweler.
Here's Terry, another satisfied patient of Dr. James Kotsianis.
My family and I have been a patient of Dr. Kotsianis since 1993. He and his staff were kind and helpful. My front teeth were out of line, and I had a low gum line, so Dr. Kotsianis suggested laser surgery to raise my gum line. I had 6 crowns and found the experience to be painless, and the results enhanced my smile.
New patients are welcome to call Dr. Jim's office at 584-0276 or find Dr. Jim Kotsianis General and Cosmetic Dentistry online at drjimdentist.com.
The big dog of heating and cooling is now looking for more techs to join the pack. Chancey & Reynolds is now hiring HVAC duct mechanics and technicians, providing a great benefits package, paid vacation and holidays. These are full-time positions for those who want a career, not just a job. Chancey & Reynolds, in business for more than 40 years, is a York Heating and Air Specialty company. Apply in person at 614 Van Street or call 865-525-5076.
The big dog of heating and cooling. The big dog.
Be sure to download the new Sports Animal app from iTunes or Google Play Store. It's never been easier to follow our podcasts. The upgraded Sports Animal app is powered by Big Kahuna Wings, the wings that changed it all.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Back for the final segment of hour number 2. This will be quick as we went long there with Andy Staples, but worth it to get all the information he had to offer with Tennessee versus the NCAA, which is against so many schools right now, but they're also kind of fighting the same fight with an inevitable ending. It's just a matter of when it will happen, and that is athletes getting paid by schools.
Yeah, I appreciate Andy Staples' honesty, his candor, and just straight getting to the point, man. I think a lot of people appreciate that, want that, and Andy provided that.
Yep. So we'll continue the conversation. What do you think about it as well, where this ultimately goes, not in the next 5 days with the Tennessee and Virginia case versus the NCAA, but the future of college football and college athletics? 865-656-9900 if you would like to be a part of the show. Call or text in. We'll be with you for another hour right here on Josh and Swain, and we'll continue on both 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster.
After years of discomfort, it's like I'm alive again.
Sonia Hackett talks about how QC Kinetics changed her life.
QC Kinetics has given me my quality of life back.
Before QC Kinetics, Sonia suffered from horrible knee and back pain stemming from a car accident.
I was wearing knee braces just to try to maneuver around.
Sonia hated the idea of pain meds, and surgery seemed too risky, so she turned to the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics, the leaders in advanced regenerative medicine.
That consultation just changed my life. I can do the treadmill, everything. I don't have anything holding me back. The quality of life is pain-free. QC Kinetics has made us very happy.
Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation today.
I'm going to get emotional again. They are like family members to me. They care.
Call QC Kinetics now.
Call QC Kinetics, 865-238-4799. That's 865-238-4799. 865-238-4799.
The American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage as the nation's blood supply has dropped to critically low levels. Blood and platelet donations are needed now for people counting on life-saving care after accidents, surgeries, and those facing critical treatments for cancer and sickle cell disease. You can take action today. Make an appointment to give blood. To book a time, use the Red Cross Blood Donor app. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your appointment.
Hey, this is Ainge with 42nd Street. I'm with the owner, Mike Carlton. Mike, there's business owners out there that want to grow their business. How do they do that?
Growth is what we do at 42nd Street. It's our job to get you out there. We pride ourselves in getting your brand seen. So don't just spend money to spend money. Let 42nd Street focus your investment in the right places.
What do I do?
So the thing is, like if you go to our website at 42st.com, there's a discovery button right at the top. Simple, easy, click it, and we'll be in touch with you. That's 42st.com.
Hey, Vol Nation! Get a clean start to the new year with a free car wash at Zips Car Wash. Just download the new Zips Car Wash app and unlock a world of sparkling convenience. Earn rewards, score exclusive savings, and manage your memberships, all in the palm of your hand. Plus, get your first car wash free after you create an app account. Visit the App Store or Google Play from your mobile device and search Zips Car Wash and start earning wash rewards and app-only deals today. Zips Car Wash, proud sponsor of the Tennessee Volunteers.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you're rolling Charmin Ultra Soft on the party, this is more, so roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistibly soft and hella nice. The grip is always soft. It's our party vibe. So our cheeks feel fine. So what? Everybody wanna touch the sky.
Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
This year, Dell Technologies wants to help you do amazing things with their best tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 13 Plus, powered by Intel Core processors, and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
A farm, a family, and a tradition of premium fresh sausage that's lasted almost a century. Using only the freshest ingredients and finest cuts of meat for flavor that is locked in instantly. Each bite of Swaggerty's Farm sausage transports you back to a warm, cozy southern kitchen, leaving you satisfied and ready to take on the day. Swaggerty's Farm, quite possibly the best tasting sausage in America. Now available at your local retailers.
This is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide on the Sports Animal app and website, 991thesportsanimal.com. 99.1 The Sports Animal, the station where the Vols play.
This is Andrew Bogish with a CBS Sports Minute. Can I ask a small favor of Jerry Jones? Please hire Rex Ryan as your defensive coordinator. The Cowboys have already interviewed Rexy for the job, according to reports. Maybe he can still coach 8 years after his last NFL gig, but all I want is more drama and headlines and hot takes about this franchise. You know, all the things that keep them from winning important games. I'm Andrew Bogish.
Gas, groceries, utilities, you name it, the price of everything is going up, and if you're stuck in a bad timeshare with rising maintenance fees, the financial burden can be crushing. It is time to get your finances in order and get the real facts about that timeshare that you are stuck in and your options to get rid of it. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has been helping families out of horrible timeshares for over 10 years and has put together a complete timeshare exit information kit that he will send you absolutely free. To date, over 30,000 families have trusted Wesley Financial Group to help them out of financial hardship by getting them out of bad timeshares. Get the facts about how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation. Simply call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit and see how you can become timeshare free. Call 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. Once again, 800-462-3333.
Zero Res Carpet Cleaning's the right way to clean. ZeroResKnoxville.com.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Life's troubles aren't always fun, but there's a law group in town who will help you get them done. Call Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
Begin hour number 3 of Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us on this Thursday afternoon. 1 hour to go. And you can join us at 865-656-9900. Michael texting in, listening to the conversation with Andy Staples last hour. And I think his answer to the question about the different sports would be the answer that applies here. I say that, obviously not being a legal expert, but Michael texted in and asked, how does Title IX factor into this? And I did ask Andy about, well, what about the other sports with the athletes from a unionization standpoint? He said, well, they don't make any money. So my response would be that I don't see how Title IX factors into employment. The women's or the female coaches don't make the same as the male coaches, right?
No. And there's some male coaches that coach sports that don't generate a ton of revenue, and they don't make as much money as other coaches on campus too.
So that would be my guess here is we're talking about female athletes and a lot of male athletes that would not be having the same opportunities here as what we're really talking about is football and then men's basketball. For the most part.
Yep. And honestly, like if I'm a basketball player, I'm a women's basketball player, I think it puts more pressure on you, especially if you want to go somewhere and make some real coin. Like, you're probably going to the places that have butts in the seats. So you probably have less parity in women's basketball. The way I look at it, if you have the universities paying for the athletes and women's sports, although like I enjoy every form of competition, and man, the ladies get after it in a lot of ways, and they're more enjoyable to watch than the men. But I look at the parity in the men's game and the parity in women's game. Man, there's like a few powerhouse women's basketball programs. We don't see as many upsets and Cinderellas late in the season, especially in tournament time with lady basketball, as we do men. So if I'm a female athlete coming out of high school to go to college, there's like a group that I can count on my hand that I know is going to value my sport and pay me maximum dollars. That's how I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, you'll still see, I think, legitimate NIL opportunities in terms of their branding. Like at LSU, Livy Dunn and Angel Reese are two well-known figures. They have legitimate branding value. The day the law changed, excuse me, or the rules changed within the NCAA, Livy Dunn, the gymnast, had a billboard ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
And you see her on a national campaign. Angel Reese, part of it's from winning. Yeah, she transfers to LSU. They win the national title. She's on the big stage. Caitlin Clark, I would think, would have some opportunity. But it's not a long list, not like football or basketball.
You mentioned two out of the top 5 faces in the game of women's basketball.
Juju Watkins would be another one at USC. Yep. So in other sports, you can still have name, image, likeness opportunities. In employment opportunities where you're being paid by the school because the school's making money through their programs. You're talking about football. Interesting that Andy said he thinks Tennessee would be okay paying players because he said that schools don't want to, which is kind of how I have looked at it, that I imagine a lot of schools are cool outsourcing the payment at least right now, and that's not going to continue forever.
Well, I think Tennessee is one of those halves that could do it. That's the thing. There's some schools out there that won't be able to and will struggle at doing it. Don't think that's Tennessee.
There's also the state-by-state change that would have to take place because you still have state laws, Tennessee among them, where things would have to change for that opportunity. That might be easy for a lot of states, Tennessee included, to get that done. When Tennessee changed its NIL laws, that happened pretty quickly, I believe.
Yeah, his mention of South Carolina and the union laws there, I mean, that was pretty significant for sure. So if you're Clemson, you're South Carolina, you know you're not going to sit back and let other programs, other states have an advantage. So they'll make sure to get with their lawmakers and come up with a plan, or that's something that, SEC and Big Ten think about and figure out to make sure that doesn't become a hurdle in the future. But it's coming. Big change is coming, and it seems like it's coming, quicker than later.
The Tennessee case is part of the expedition of it.
Yeah,
and the other states too. Like Andy mentioned, you don't think Oregon's probably one of those schools that's received a letter with the changes that are happening within the state. So
they've been recruiting now.
That they have.
They've been recruiting, not recruiting. They have been recruiting. So yeah, like we had a pretty good idea that the schools that were really active in the portal and bringing in players was going to get a letter. Don't mention Ohio State, though.
No, doesn't mean that they haven't.
No, I know. Yeah. My assumption is that they probably got one of those letters and eyeballs are on them, but no mention of them. No mention of them publicly. They don't even get their names dragged like Tennessee got their names dragged, a couple weeks ago. When Tennessee was basically doing the same thing everybody else was doing. But Tennessee's name gets drugged, Florida State and Florida. But the other schools that were doing more, their names are protected. They don't come out publicly.
That's true, but things don't happen until they do. Like, we still get how come nothing has happened to Michigan? Something might happen to Michigan. We don't know that it won't. But until it does or doesn't, the same thing happened. It takes so long. Like, remember the FBI case and all the schools that were involved? And then a lot of time passed, and it's like, how come nothing's happening to these schools? Like, because the NCAA takes forever on this stuff.
Forever.
Will Wade continued to coach until things actually happened, and then he was no longer able to be the coach. So that's part of it.
Almost 2 seasons.
You don't snap your fingers with the NCAA, and all of a sudden, like Tennessee doesn't have a notice of allegations.
Nope, sure don't.
So who knows? By tomorrow at 3 p.m. or sometime by next weekend, we might see a report of the next school that's being investigated.
They do what's convenient to them. That's what they do. And they've been operating this way because they could. They didn't have anyone checking them, but those days are over. So I wonder how fast do they move? Like the moment this ruling happens, that's where I want to see what changes the quickest. Will it be like a dam overflooding with the walls opening up? How fast will we see changes the moment the judge rules in the favor of Tennessee and Virginia?
I still want to know who's in charge in the end, because the conversation we referenced that Andy had with Michael McCann, the legal analyst, I think he's terrific. He said, to Charlie Baker's credit, he was trying to present some kind of proposal that would include schools being a part of paying the athletes. Did we have any schools say, that sounds good?
Not publicly.
Did we have a report of any schools privately saying that sounds good?
No.
Like the NIL conversation's been happening for years, right? So that's part of my question is maybe it's Sankey and Petiti. Maybe they're like, all right, let's just take over here. Maybe that's the answer. But at some point,
Oh, that
Like,
is
somebody
it.
actually needs to lead. Somebody needs to lead here because I'm not seeing a whole lot of that to this point.
I'm willing to
seeing a
bet
lot of
that
response.
I'm willing to bet that Greg Sankey will be part of leadership.
That would be my guess
Yeah.
too.
I'm willing to bet that.
You know, like I still think it's the right move, but Tennessee's lawsuit didn't come until the NCAA came. They could have filed the lawsuit before.
2 months ago, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
They could have filed it a long time ago,
Yeah,
but they were waiting.
Yeah.
Just in case NCAA comes around here messing around.
Yeah.
we
And
will
I'm
be
not saying
prepared.
they're wrong in that regard at all. I think they're right. I'm just saying who's going to take over, and my guess is it's probably Sankey, Petiti, Big Ten commissioner, SEC commissioner.
As they should.
Yeah.
Yeah, as they should.
Yeah, because a lot of it's been punching back. Oh, you want to throw? We'll throw. At some point, somebody needs to tell the NCAA, if that's what's going to happen, move aside. We'll take it from here.
Yeah.
If you don't trust the NCAA to lead, well, then who's going to?
Yeah, I wish it would have been a proactive approach rather than a reactive approach. I understand what you're saying. It would have been great a year ago that SEC and Big Ten decided to do this. But, hey, maybe you didn't have that relationship or lines of communication was not open because I was under the impression that the SEC and Big Ten was super bad competitors, and they were trying to take each other out. And so as time went along, you realize, okay, we need to work together to make it out together, and then we can compete later if it comes to that.
Yeah, in the text box, Will Wade continued to coach until they weren't winning anymore. Then LSU wanted to get rid of him. They went to the tournament each of his last 2 seasons. They were a tournament team when he got fired. So I'm not sure that's true. The NCAA came down with actual stuff, penalties that were going to be coming, and they said, okay, you're out of here.
Yeah, but it did seem like, okay, they wasn't winning as much and as high as a level as they were.
That applies to Sean Miller at Arizona. But he didn't deal with the same issues as Will Wade. But no, LSU was winning. They were a tournament team.
But I hope that wasn't a Tennessee fan that made that statement because,
there's another case where
because if you
winning
mention
wasn't occurring.
Yeah, if you just mention LSU and I mention us, then I mean, But that's part of it.
Yeah,
you can't be a butthead and lose and break the rules. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah,
but Bruce Pearl wasn't a butthead. He was loved by most people here. Did some really good work. So like, it actually hurt that you had to do him like that. But I think for Jeremy Pruitt, it was kind of easy because of the position that he put himself in.
Yes, 3 and 7 will do that to you.
Yeah, 100%.
865-656-9900 to be a part of the show. We'll continue on Josh and Swain.
I'm Tennessee head football coach Josh Heupel. You get all your Ball Network programming on 99.1 The Sports Animal. 13 hours of live and local Tennessee coverage every weekday. When it comes to game day, the Animal is championship level in breaking down the action. Get your Tennessee football coverage where you get insight unlike any other. No one covers the ball like 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Fellas, it's a new month, February, and Low T can help you make this month a great one. If you've been feeling tired, grumpy, you've noticed lack of motivation and drive, you have some weight gain issues, maybe loss of muscle mass, you can see the signs of those things bothering you. Well, there may be signs of low testosterone levels, and the best way to know is to get your levels checked and know that number. It's a simple blood test with Low T Center. Because of their on-site lab, those results will come back to you in about 25 minutes. Low T Center is not like your typical doctor's office. It is concierge medicine for men. Their physicians specialize in treating low testosterone, and they've been treating men for years with most health insurance being accepted. They have affordable and convenient treatment options, including physician-monitored, self-inject treatments that ship directly to your home each month. So there's no need for you to drive to the center for those weekly visits. Right now at Low T Center, it's just $25 to get those T levels tested. Make your health and quality of life a priority. Make it a great month, February. Go to the website, lowtcenter.com, to book your appointment online today. That's lowtcenter.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Today, we're on a quest for the ever-elusive local business. However, our search is difficult as big-name national companies overshadow their smaller competitors. If only these local businesses knew about Cumulus Boost. Cumulus Boost can increase their online presence in ways that go beyond basic SEO. Aha! A mom-and-pop shop victory! Get found by more customers with Cumulus Boost at cumulusboost.com. That's CUMULUS Boost.com.
Gordon Ramsay's Next Level Chef is TV's #1 show. And Fox tonight, 3 chaotic kitchens.
This is crazy, man.
1 last chance to impress these culinary titans.
You'll have to earn your place on one of our teams.
Then, America is swooning over 4 handsome farmers on a quest to find their forever Valentine.
I'm looking for somebody right off in the sunset with.
It's the hit dating show, Farmer Wants a Wife.
It all starts tonight at 8. Then later it's news at 10 on Fox 43.
Leave winter at the door and step into spring at the Dogwood Arts House and Garden Show, February 9th through the 11th at the Knoxville Convention Center. Stroll through grand gardens and meet the top vendors in home, garden, appliances, and more, all under one roof. Don't miss live music, DIY demos, maker workshops, and expert presentations on the how-to stage. Plus, enter to win one of 3 weekend getaways, courtesy of ORNL Federal Credit Union. And don't forget the kids. Creation Station will feature free activities and entertainment just for them. Kids 12 and under get in free. From the ground to the gutters, make your home and garden dreams come true at the Dogwood Arts House and Garden Show. Presented by Tim's Fencing and supported by ORNL Federal Credit Union. February 9th through the 11th at the Knoxville Convention Center. Visit dogwoodarts.com for more details.
Brought to you in part by The Sports Animal, proud supporter of Dogwood Arts.
BKW wants to help you plan ahead for all your family events or sports gatherings. Whether a large party or just you looking for fresh BKW fare. Visit them at their Farragut or West Town locations or order online at bkwings.com.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 5-star reviews. Free estimates, moshingles.com, 770-0506.
They say that good fences make good neighbors. And when it comes to your privacy, Loudoun County Fence is the fencing company East Tennesseans have trusted for over 50 years. Your fence should be durable and stylish. Visit their website at lcfence.com and view all of their great options, from wood privacy to ornamental aluminum fencing. Loudoun County Fence is a family-owned and operated company with over 50 years of experience installing quality fencing in and around Knoxville. They're fully licensed and insured, and their workmanship is guaranteed. For your free estimate, visit lcfence.com.
We started out on AM, then added FM, then a website stream, and now we're worldwide on the Sports Animal app. Everywhere you go, the Sports Animal stream is there. Fair, honest sports conversation from 2 guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain, at Josh and Swain on social media. We're on YouTube as well. You can stop by the 99.1 Sports Animal YouTube page. Subscribe when you do. We would greatly appreciate that. We appreciate you hanging out, listening, watching, however you choose to do so. Rusty texted in as we've been talking about the ongoing big picture college sports future. Andy Staples from On3 last hour. Recommend you go back and check out that conversation if you missed it. If schools have players become employees, which Andy said is the inevitable end to all of this, then what impact will income tax have? States like Tennessee, where there isn't a state income tax, could sway a kid's commitment, just like pros when switching teams. I would think that would be on the list of things to consider. I don't know how big of a priority. I mean, technically, wouldn't that already be something you consider? Because players are getting paid now. It's just a matter of we're talking about who's paying them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
But, yeah, I mean, how much you're taxed, what your take-home will be, sure. That'll be something that factors in somewhat.
Dude, that'd be crazy when we hear a recruit give their reasons why picking a school. And, like, the closest thing we heard to a player, like, keeping it real and saying, yeah, I picked that school because they was going to pay me more money, was Hunter Dickinson admitting that he got to the portal because here he is, star basketball player, and he didn't make over six figures.
Right.
And hit the portal, went to Kansas, and we sure that he's making a lot of money now. And part of going to Kansas is not just about the money. You have a chance to win a championship, and it's a prestigious basketball program. But, like, if that can be admitted to, I'm pretty sure we'll have a recruit say, you know what, man, I wanted to pick Tennessee because not only is the offense great and the fan base is great and, you know, it's a great city to live in, but I'm going to save the most on my taxes. Somebody's going to say that. We may not be here. I don't know, but that's going to be probably said at some point, or one of the factors why a kid picks a school. It's crazy.
We can have trades in college athletics.
That's a good question. I hope so.
Grant Williams, when he chose the Dallas Mavericks, referenced as one of the reasons or one of the things he considered Texas's state income tax benefit.
So
but
now.
he's reportedly on his way to the Charlotte Hornets.
I bet he is so pissed. Think about it, man. Grant Williams, his last couple of years of Tennessee, winning. He gets drafted by the Celtics. He played for a title in the NBA Finals. He was instrumental in helping the Celtics get to the finals in the Eastern Conference Finals when he had a huge game in Game 7. He's with the Mavs, a playoff team. He's playing with Kyrie Irving, Luka there, and got the bag. Finally got the bag, second contract. And now he has to go to the Charlotte Hornets.
Yep. Dallas is 28-23. Charlotte is 10-40.
And that's home for Grant Williams. But still, like, he's been doing a lot of winning, and now he's not going to be doing as much. I wonder how he's going to play with LaMelo Ball.
You know what Grant will get, though? He'll get more shots.
He'll get more shots.
Just use them all up in the regular season because there won't be a postseason for Grant if he's headed to the Hornets.
Well, he'll have more time to play Canton, and he'll have more time to be in Knoxville.
Okay.
That's how I look at it, I guess.
Yep. The Hornets in a bit of a sell mode, I believe, because they're trading Gordon Hayward to Oklahoma City today as well.
Hey, man. I guess they are trying to tank so they can draft Dalton Knecht. Smart move, if true.
A lot of lottery talk right now with Dalton Knecht. A lot of lottery talk.
Knecht and Williams, the future.
Speaking of VFLs and former Tennessee basketball players, good time right now to hand out today's Attaboy. We do so every day thanks to Native Design and Hardscape. They have the Native Nursery. Go to nativetn.com. This one really is just kind of wild to me.
Mind-blowing.
So we hand out today's Attaboy to Josh Richardson. Loved following him when he was at Tennessee. He was at Tennessee during transition, played for Conzo Martin his first 3 seasons, then Donnie Tyndall as a senior, and the end of his junior season into his senior years when he exploded, Swain, and became an NBA draft pick in the middle of the second round. Has spent a lot of his career with Miami, but has bounced around with a few different teams. He's back in Miami. Here's what blew my mind when I just think about this other player's accomplishments. Miami celebrating Josh Richardson passing Dwayne Wade on Miami's all-time three-point list. And Wade was not a big-time three-point shooter, but he did take and make a lot of threes. He's 9th on Miami's all-time list. He also is one of the great two guards the league has ever seen and spent so much of his time. He went to Chicago and Cleveland, but spent so much of his time in Miami. Josh has not been with the Heat his entire career. For him to pass Dwayne Wade, I just think is a remarkable note. So an attaboy to Josh Richardson, everything he's put together with his career. He fits the Heat culture. That's one reason they recruited him to come back when he hit free agency.
One reason they drafted him.
So how about a VFL, Josh Richardson, who in the middle of his junior season probably didn't think he was going to be an NBA player, now passing Dwayne Wade on Miami's all-time three-point list.
I mean, honestly, like Josh Richardson could not shoot when he first got here to Tennessee. He was a defensive specialist. He was a great athlete. He was Eve Pons, but less freakish. And he got better and better and better. And when his team needed him to be an offensive player, oh, my gosh. Like, that run that they had when ultimately lost to Michigan, Konzo's year, and then
his dunk against Iowa was like the coming out moment.
Oh, yeah, man. That whole tournament was a coming out moment for Josh Richardson. Then his last year where he had to be the guy offensively, man, that was the best thing that ever happened to him because it forced him to show a part of his game that he was really unable to show or didn't have his first couple of years at Tennessee. Then he goes to the NBA, and he's still playing. I mean, I understand getting drafted and playing a couple of years, but, like, he is still playing. And I don't care if Dwayne Wade was not a three-point specialist or not. Dude is having a statue put up of him outside the arena. And Josh Richardson just passed Dwayne Wade in a scoring stat. Like, that's mind-blowing when you think about Josh Richardson when he first got here to Tennessee, and scoring was not his forte.
Yep. Yeah, to your point, Josh Richardson, his first 2 seasons in Knoxville, he shot a little better than 23% and then 22% from 3. As a junior, 34%, not bad at the collegiate level, then jumped up to 36%, and now has jumped Dwayne Wade on the Miami Heat all-time three-point list.
Man, not bad for a skateboarder.
Attaboy to Josh Richardson. We hand out attaboys and attagirls every day thanks to Native Design and Hardscape. NativeTN.com is the website. They have the Native Nursery for contractors and landscapers, your one-stop shop for plants, trees, and landscaping materials, flagstone, mulch, and more at Native Design and Hardscape. 5 minutes from Pellissippi off the Topside Road exit. So call Native Design if you need help at 865-310-3256 and nativetn.com for Native Design and Hardscape. We have 30 minutes to go right here on Josh and Swain. You can join us at 865-656-9900 on 99.1 The Sports Animal and AM 640 The Sports Monster.
When special guests call in to 99.1 The Sports Animal, you hear them on the Stanley Fencing and Gates hotline, stanleyfence.com.
The great thing about sports is it never stops. Here's another 60-second sports minute on The Sports Animal.
The Lady Vols are on the road in Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama tonight. Tennessee has won 4 of its last 5 games to jump into second place in the SEC, while Alabama has won 3 in a row. Tip-off tonight is at 7 o'clock. Coverage begins at 6:30 right here on The Sports Animal. Just 2 ranked teams in action in men's college hoops tonight. Number 8, Arizona visits Utah at 8 o'clock, and number 20, Florida Atlantic takes on UAB at 9. In the NBA tonight at 7 o'clock, the Pacers host the Warriors, the Spurs visit the Magic. At 7:30, the Nets host the Cavs, the Mavericks visit the Knicks. At 8 o'clock, the Grizzlies welcome the Bulls, the Timberwolves take on the Bucks, the Suns take on the Jazz at 9, and at 10, the Lakers host the Nuggets, the Pistons meet the Trailblazers. Native Design and Hardscape is Knoxville's premier landscaping and hardscape designer. They're ready to turn your home or business outdoor space into reality. Your new outdoor space awaits. Native Design and Hardscape, making backyard dreams come true. Schedule a consultation today at nativetn.com. I'm Joel Silverberg.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln. They have locations for you on Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike, right next to each other on Kingston Pike. You can see Ted Russell Ford and the brand new Lincoln vitrine from Ted Russell Lincoln. With Ted Russell Ford, they have low interest rates available on many different vehicle options, like the 2023 Ford F-150, which will include different options, different truck options for what your needs are. You can get rates as low as 1.9% APR for 72 months. They have savings available for you on your purchase. Brand new 2023s, they want to move on from them. It's 2024. We've moved on to February. They can help you if you're looking for a truck with the Ford F-150. They can help you with 0.9% financing available on the Ford Explorer. If you need something a little bigger, how about the Ford Expedition? Or maybe you don't need as much SUV space. They have the Ford Edge, there's the Bronco, and electric options for you. They'll help you find what you need when you stop by Parkside Drive and Kingston Pike for Ted Russell Ford and Ted Russell Lincoln.
This has been a paid announcement.
Hi, it's me, Tracy King at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Text your address to me at 505-7455, and you'll receive your home's highest cash offers in seconds. Text your address to me at 505-7455 and start packing.
For 50 years, Waters Equipment New Holland has been the name you've trusted for all your heavy equipment and service needs. Waters Equipment is your full-service New Holland equipment dealer, offering a large selection of new and rental equipment, along with state-of-the-art service center that is second to none. Stop by one of their 2 locations in Maryville and put their decades of experience to work for you. Call 238-9000 or visit watersequipmentco.com. Waters Equipment New Holland, the best in heavy-duty equipment and vehicle maintenance, proud supporters of UT Athletics.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Farragut at 865-675-3999.
During basketball and all seasons, choose Coors Light, the official beer of chill, inside Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. When things heat up on the hardwood, reach for the beer that's made to chill. You'll know your Coors Light's perfectly chilled, because when the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Tennessee Athletics. Always cheer loudly, and please celebrate responsibly.
Gordon Ramsay's Next Level Chef is TV's #1 show. And Fox Tonight, 3 chaotic kitchens.
This is crazy, man.
1 last chance to impress these culinary titans.
You'll have to earn your place on one of our teams.
Then, America is swooning over 4 handsome farmers on a quest to find their forever Valentine.
I'm looking for somebody right off in the sunset with.
It's the hit dating show, Farmer Wants a Wife.
It all starts tonight at 8. Then later it's news at 10 on Fox 43.
Do you have an anniversary or your wife's birthday approaching? Are you going to buy her a gift? I want you to stop and imagine how she'll react when she opens your gift. But before you buy anything, I want you to stop by TK Wheeler Jewelers and imagine how she'll react to your gift when it's diamonds from TK Wheeler Jewelers. Which reaction are you looking for? It'll be the best gift you've ever imagined. One woman, one diamond, one place to go. TK Wheeler Jewelers in Oak Ridge, next to Outback.
When it comes to weight loss, one size does not fit all. At Bragg Weight Loss and Wellness, powered by Nutrimost, Dr. Terry Bragg provides the educational tools you need to manage your weight. No prepackaged foods and no counting points. Dr. Bragg uses a team approach, creating a personalized roadmap to a healthy lifestyle, including food plan, supplements, and support. Most participants lose 20 pounds in 40 days. For more information, go to BraggWeightLossAndWellness.com and start living your most healthy life.
This has been a paid announcement.
This report is sponsored by the Tennessee Valley Authority. From weathering the storm to keeping the lights on. At the Tennessee Valley Authority, they're on a mission to make life better for our entire community. If you are too, then join them and do good here. TVA.com.
We'll see more clouds this afternoon, but temperatures staying warm, 61 degrees. We'll only drop to about 47 overnight. That's because we have thicker cloud cover, a few showers moving in. We're tracking scattered showers by Friday and more rain as we head into the weekend. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paige Noel.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by McKeon Law Group. Whether you're facing divorce, injury, or any legal strife has come your way, there's one call to make to Jed McKeon and the McKeon Law Group, 294-8008 and attorney-knoxville.com.
The hottest sports stories of the day broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain as we continue until 3 o'clock. That's when Tyler and Will take over on the Sports Animal. We continue on the Sports Monster as well. You can go back and listen anywhere you get your podcasts. Just search Josh and Swain. As our conversation the last hour has been about the NCAA situation for the most part. After Andy Staples joined us, the conversation at the start of the show, Tennessee's win against LSU in basketball, big win. Auburn beats Alabama, which helps Tennessee in the SEC standings. Vols still have to play Alabama and Auburn here in a few weeks. Joe Lunardi's updated bracket projection, which is obviously subject to change, has Tennessee as the 4th number 1 seed. Also, I'm a spreadsheet guy, so I appreciate you sending me the information.
Oh, yeah.
Love Ken Palm. I love Evan Maya's work as well. He put together the list of the most efficient, high-usage three-man units in the country. And Tennessee is represented on the list. The trio might surprise some folks.
Dalton Connect on there?
He is not.
That's why it's going to surprise people.
The three players from Tennessee's top three-man unit, which ranks 7th in the country, is Zakai Ziegler. No surprise.
But he's not top 6-point guard, according to ESPN.com's Dickie V, who I'm not picking on, I'm just saying.
Okay, just making sure you're not. Santiago Vescovi, which probably doesn't surprise too many, knowing Dalton's not on there. And then Josiah Jordan-James, which my guess is does surprise some people, but I don't think should.
Man, hey, he does a lot of things outside of scoring, which has been stated on this show. It's been stated in interviews by coaches, players, and analysts of the game of college basketball. So if you've been paying attention, you should know that by now.
Yep. Is Josiah perfect on the floor? Obviously not.
No.
Did he have a shooting slump and an offensive slump during the month of January? Yes, he's talked about it. But also the season took place in the non-conference, and you could argue that he was Tennessee's best player during a lot of the non-conference schedule against big-time opponents. So this is just one metric and one ranking, but looking at the highest usage three-man units that have performed the best to this point in college basketball, the seventh best trio in the country is Josiah, Santi, and Zakai. Having played more possessions than most of the trios on this list, by the way, because it lists the amount of possessions they played as a three-man unit. They rank high on the amount of possessions that have played to.
Well, you probably get more possessions when you play good defense too.
I think that helps for minutes.
Yeah.
Yep. So it would just be a reminder. I think that the last two games probably have offered that as well. Santi and Josiah are going to play a huge role in what Tennessee's able to ultimately accomplish.
Yeah.
This also doesn't mean Dalton's not one of their three best players.
Oh,
Doesn't mean that.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, good defense and taking care of the ball.
Yep.
You are giving yourself more opportunities to score, extra possessions, and man, that's a cool metric there.
And I'm looking at the offensive side. So defensively, they're really good too. I mean, they're number 7 overall. Offensively, counting on air, 1, 2.
Good job,
only
Josh.
3 trios are better. They're 4th offensively as a trio.
That was a good job, man.
Counting?
Oh yeah, to 3. That was good.
Yep.
Proud
Yeah,
of
I
you.
got the order right. 1, 2, 3, then 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is next. That is next. Question for you.
Okay.
How is a married man still eligible?
You haven't let that one go, huh?
There's a question I've been wanting to know the answer to for months. Totally unrelated to what we're talking about right now, but I'm sorry, just was on my mind, so I thought I would ask you that. This Saturday, man, it's gonna be a war, especially in the trenches. I love using football references for basketball and football for basketball for football and baseball. I love to mix the sports references. I always love to hear other commentators do the same. But like in the trenches, in the paint, it's going to be a war. It's going to be a physical basketball game, man. That battle between Zakai Ziegler and those guards there for Texas A&M, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be real fun. So it's going to be a different type of game than we saw last Saturday when Tennessee played at Kentucky. But I just hope the officials please don't be the same officials we saw in the Alabama-Auburn game, where there's more free throws in that game than probably normal baskets, like normal field goals. So many free throws. And I couldn't turn to it. I couldn't turn to the Alabama-Auburn game because I could not risk missing any part of Tennessee versus LSU. I didn't want to miss anything.
Yeah, 85 free throws between Alabama and Auburn. Auburn was 40 of 50.
50 free throw
at the free throw line.
50?
Yep. They attempted more free throws than field goals.
That's insane.
I'm sorry, that's not right. But they were close.
The point's still good, Josh.
Yep. Just take out 8 seconds of what I said. Let's say hello to Todd before this segment ends. Todd, good afternoon. Thanks for calling in. What's on your mind today?
Oh, yeah, I heard you talking about the trios thing. So was that stats based off of this year so far?
Correct. That's this season.
So I'll tell you something that would be a very interesting thing to see as a part of that. With that trio being on the court, I wonder how many times Dalton Connect was also on the court, because if you got guys double teaming him, I bet you there's going to be some open people from that trio.
Yeah, I'm sure Dalton was on the court, a lot of it. But the point of it is three particular players, so Dalton would also factor in to it. I'm sure.
Yeah, I was just kind of curious how often it went.
Yeah. None of that was to take away from Dalton Connect, but the point was to look at the best production based off three guys, the amount of possessions they played together, and Tennessee's highest producing trio is Josiah, Zakai, and Santi.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting stat. I would not have thought that either, but yeah, I would say he probably did factor into that a lot too, because like I said, it's crazy how many openings he provides when half the court is paying attention to where Dalton Connect's driving.
Yep. Yeah, Dalton. I bet you Jemai Meshak's a factor. He doesn't play
I'd
as
say
many
you're right.
minutes, but Jemai. I think Jemai shows up on a few of Tennessee's best overall lineups as well. But I'm sure that Dalton is a factor there. He absolutely is in Tennessee's offensive improvement. So good point, Todd.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, last year Tennessee was in the 60s offensively as a team. This year they're 14th.
Josh,
Jason,
we have a weird development as we go to break here soon.
Okay.
Weird development in Nashville.
Tennessee?
There's no Nashville? I didn't know there was another Nashville. There is another Knoxville in the state of Alabama, which is disgusting to even think about. It's close to Tuscaloosa. But Titans have themselves a quarterback coach. That will be former Tennessee quarterback Bo Hardegree.
All right. How about that?
So we got a Vol helping out a Wildcat, coaching up a Wildcat. Hardegree and Will Levis. So Bo Hardegree, back to Tennessee.
Okay. Your former class member, right?
Yeah, class 2003. Yep. Daniel Brooks and myself, we became roommates because I divorced Aaron Sears as a roommate, and he divorced Bo Hardegree as a roommate. That's what happened.
Man, how about that? All right.
Yep.
So going from the Raiders to Nashville to coach quarterbacks with the Titans, Bo Hardegree, former University of Tennessee quarterback.
Did he upgrade? Did Bo Hardegree upgrade, Josh?
The Titans upgraded. How about that?
Okay. That's how you want to phrase it.
Yep, that's how I choose to as we head to the final segment of Josh and Swain.
Need a new roof? You need Mo Shingles. Need new siding? You need Mo Shingles. Mo Shingles, locally owned and operated with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating and over 100 5-star reviews. Free estimates, moshingles.com, 770-0506.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Wilson Brothers Plumbing. If you ever run into a plumbing issue, it can cause a headache trying to figure out who do you call, who can you trust to come out and take a look at whatever is going on. we have relied on and trusted Wilson Brothers Plumbing at my home. We relied on them for a project that we needed help with. We called Wilson Brothers Plumbing the last time we had a plumbing issue. We had an underground leak. It was a pretty big deal. We needed somebody that we could trust and that we knew would also do a great job for us. Wilson Brothers Plumbing did that. If you search their name, Wilson Brothers Plumbing on Google, you'll see 5-star reviews from people across East Tennessee talking about the great work and the great customer service that came with calling Wilson Brothers Plumbing. If you want to avoid future problems and get whatever situation you have checked out, call Wilson Brothers Plumbing. They can assess potential problems. Call Wilson Brothers Plumbing at 865-415-1537. You can go online to wilsonbrothersplumbing.com. Wilson Brothers, the proof is in the plumbing.
This has been a paid announcement.
We're not all the same, so why should we wear the same shoes? At locally owned New Balance Knoxville, they specialize in finding you your perfect fit. Their fit specialists take your individual foot characteristics and match them against more than 75 New Balance models, resulting in shoes that will give you the perfect fit. And with their new fuel cell technology, New Balance delivers top-of-the-line performance, whether you're training for a world-class competition or treating yourself to an afternoon walk. Visit New Balance Knoxville in the Suburban Shopping Center, Kingston Pike, just west of West Town Mall.
I remember when I was a little boy and every day we had fresh milk delivered by our friend Fred. You see, Fred was our milkman and he always had a smile on his face. He went about his business with joy and he served his customers well. He would deliver our milk ice cold in those glass bottles and right to our doorstep. It seems like that good old-fashioned, joyful service is a thing of the past these days. Well, not here at the Bed Store. We believe that when you choose to buy your mattress from us, that we should make your entire experience a great one. When we deliver your bed, we literally roll out a red carpet to make sure that we show your home the utmost respect, and we put little mints on your new pillows. We go over, above, and beyond because you deserve that kind of old-fashioned tuck-you-in service. Right now at the Bed Store, you can get well tucked into any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get up to $300 in free sleep accessories, and we'll deliver that Tempur-Pedic locally for free. Come see us at any one of our 8 convenient area locations today, or shop with us at bedstore.com. The Bed Store. Well, we'll even tuck you in.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Knoxville area attorneys. 408 North Cedar Bluff Road, Suite 425, Knoxville, Tennessee 37923.
Paid for by Cordell & Cordell.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. And now, during our President's Day sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed, plus free home delivery when you add an adjustable base. Ends Monday. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Hey Knoxville, it's your local State Farm agent, Josh Hemphill. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. Contact the Josh Hemphill team right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
If there's intelligent life out there somewhere, there's streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal. Guaranteed.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Final segment of Josh and Swain. See, the last check, I think it was 12-0, but the Tennessee softball season is underway. 12-0 is the last score I have up on UT Arlington. So Karen Weekly's team, number 2 in the country, off to a good start. Softball season is here. Baseball season right around the corner.
Yeah, we already know what Karen Weekly and her softball team is going to do. They're going to compete for a championship at the end of the season. And they've been the most consistent program that we've had on campus for multiple decades. So another run.
Yep. I love this text from Lenny because I feel like I'm personally attacked a little bit. Basketball is 5-on-5, not 3-on-3, unless it's on the playground. That's so stupid. I'll take Z, Josiah, Santi, Jonas, and Connect as my 5, and I love our bench. Nerds behind a keyboard who never played the game need to stop with the best trio crap and other stupid stuff like this.
I don't know if I would call it stupid. I mean, I think it's important to have good chemistry and talented players, guys who are able to play with each other. And these guys have played a lot of ball with each other. And so knowing how the other one thinks, knowing where they like to catch the ball, to shoot it, knowing their sweet spots and knowing their tendencies, I think is very, very important. So it's not the end-all, be-all, but I think it's an important stat there.
Yeah, there's not any one stat other than wins and losses, if you want to say that, that tells you the whole story. But I think it would surprise people how much of this type information gets used by coaches, executives making big decisions.
I do love the fact that he indirectly called you a nerd. I do love that.
I think I said I loved it too, because compliment accepted.
I mean, hey, I wish I was called a nerd.
Yeah. We had Ken Palm on last year. Was it Mark? No, it was Brad Stevens. I think Brad Stevens was the first coach that referenced his work at a post-game press conference.
Yeah. Back
when he was at Butler.
He was a fan.
Yeah. With Ken Palm, because we cite Ken Palm stats a lot. I think it's most college programs subscribe and use his data in some way.
Sure.
So I promise the Evan Maya information that we shared is being used by some coaches out there too.
I think it's the reason why we see those three guys on the court a lot together too.
Yeah. Yeah, that part is going to remain true, just like Dalton is important and Jonas is important and Jordan Gainey is important and Jemai Meshack. We talk about those guys too.
Yeah, that graphic's not to say that other two guys are not important on the court or the bench is not important. Everything is important.
Yeah.
Everybody
if they try
to
play 3-on-5, they're going to lose.
Yeah,
I think
100%
we recognize that
of the time, unless you're playing one of those non-con teams.
There are a couple they could make an exception, but to the nerds, I've got your back.
That's right.
Or I guess people would say, hopefully they have our back. In that case, we have the Power Poll to close out the show. We're just a few days away from the Super Bowl, so we had some picks from Alan Bell to start the 1 o'clock hour if you want to go back and check out that conversation. He's on our side. He says, I'll take the Chiefs. I'll take the points that I get with them with Patrick Mahomes. But the Power Poll today to close out the show, Swain, is on another important subject, and that is
Very
food
important.
to eat during the Super Bowl. We have our top five menu items when enjoying the big game.
You might be thinking I'm cheating here with this list, but that's okay. Number 5, chili. It'd be cold outside.
Yeah, that's a good choice. Are you going like a Petro style? You're building it up?
You can. Hey, you can go get you a bowl, get you a spoon, and have at it. Or you can go chili dog. You can go Petro style, whatever. However you want to do it, man. Number 4, going burgers and hot dogs. Putting them both right there at number 4.
Okay, yeah, so the cheating has begun.
Yep. Number 3, chips and dip. A lot of different things you can use as a dip. Can't go wrong with the chip dip. It could be spinach artichoke, it could be salsa, it could be a cheese dip, whatever, man. Just chips and dip.
I'm with you.
Number 2, pizza.
Okay. I like pizza.
Enough said. And number 1, wings.
I wrote your answer down before you said it.
You know, you already know. See, that's the chemistry right there,
we've
man.
Been together almost 2 years here
There
on the
it is.
show. I didn't have to wait for you to tell me.
Wings all day.
Yeah. Also, maybe we're rubbing off on each other a little bit because our list is similar, not the same.
Okay.
It's similar. I have pulled pork number 5. You can go sandwich. You can do whatever you want to. Can go maybe mini to make room for the other items. I went specific, but I would say dip is the principle here. I went buffalo chicken dip, number 4. Sliders number 3. So I'm thinking burgers, but again, smaller to keep space. And then 1 and 2 are the same. I just flipped them. I have wings number 2, pizza number 1.
Yeah, you a big pizza guy.
I like pizza. I like pizza a lot.
You a big pizza guy. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Don't forget some of the celery and carrots to drop in the dip as well. We're going to stay healthy here in some ways. or just get back to the diet on Monday.
You can do that the next day.
Yep. We'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. We'll get you ready for the weekend. Tennessee at Texas A&M. Thank you for hanging out. Joel Silverberg, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow at noon on Josh and Swain.
Hi, this is Scott Trout of Cordell & Cordell. There are a lot of great dads out there. Sometimes those dads get divorced. For more than 30 years, we have represented men in divorce, confronting the pitfalls that could devastate your finances or harm your family relationships. While every situation is different, our goal